All right. So we in the his not e. We are in the his not e.
What's up? Let me go on here and see. Make sure we on here the way we supposed to be. And
Right. Let's see.
let's see. Okay, not yet.
Mm-hmm.
Still not live on my personal
Oh, okay.
Facebook.
All right.
So just give us a few minutes, y'all.
So I guess
Okay,
it'll
there we
probably
go. There we go.
okay. Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. I guess it'll just take a second to line up, but I believe we are all good at
Yeah,
this
let me
point.
go ahead and share this with some folk.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Let's see. Yeah. All right. Okay. So man, uh I'm like I'm excited to do lives. I'm a little bummed out by the fact that we're still trying to figure out this Instagram thing. Even doing the Instagram, if we figured it out now, the profile or the portrait, would be strictly for a cell phone. So it would be real thin as opposed to the way that you guys see it now. We really do love this. That's just a feature that Instagram will have to go into their settings and kind of switch up in their specs to make that format be able to fit both a laptop or a desktop and a cell phone. So right now we rocking with the desktop
Can we
vibe.
see the chats? Can we see the chats? Let's see.
Yeah, let's see.
Let me, I'm going to share from your page too, really quickly. What's up, y'all? We about to go in on this Bufo. Just give us a second. Y'all, when we first come on live, we both be quiet as hell because we both be
Trying to figure
working. And
stuff out.
so I
Yeah,
don't be saying nothing. Zeno be saying nothing. And then
yeah,
y'all just be sitting there.
I know.
So,
Well, yeah. So you know what I'm saying. If we not talking, you already know we working, but at the same time, we're doing that to make sure that we can give y'all the best situation. Would love to be able to see some comments. I'm looking now. I don't see any comments.
let me make sure that
That
show
it
up
is
live on.
casting.
It's not showing live from your page on my page.
Okay, let's see. Hmm. Okay. There we go. All right. So what up, though? hmm
Okay, so I can't share it from your page. So it is what it is. You'll have to do that.
Yep. So she's hollering at Angie with that one. All right.
Hmm. So how are we looking on YouTube?
Let's see. It says that we are live on YouTube. So it says that we're live. We're live on Facebook and we're live on YouTube.
All right, let me go on my Facebook and see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We gonna give y'all some time to come on up in here.
For sure, for sure, for sure.
Because
mm-hmm. And so again, we still working it out.
I plan to go live at 4:05. That's what it says.
Okay, I don't understand that.
Let me see. There's people in here though. Okay, we're live.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, because it's showing here.
We're live on YouTube.
See what
We should be live on YouTube too, right?
Yeah.
Yep, we are live on YouTube.
Can you guys hear us? That's the thing. Can y'all hear us?
Okay, we got. Okay, so
Okay,
that was
good and
YouTube.
clear.
The what
Beautiful.
up, the what up though,
Right.
was from
That was from me typing
that
it
was
out.
from YouTube.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's from YouTube.
Okay.
Did someone just say yep on the comments? Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
All right, so y'all, we gonna give y'all a few more minutes to come in here.
Yeah. All right, man. Look, to be honest with you, there's a whole lot that I can speak about that ultimately there's a way that we could tie all of this in. Um, but my wife most definitely, and myself definitely really want to focus on speaking about Bufo, and explaining some things, some major things about it. We just excited because at the same time we have now opened up slots for people to have those private Bufo sessions, right? Um, so that's a good thing, and people are booking. And what that says is that people are, like my wife says, just sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired, right? And with that, again, there's a lot that one can go into and talk about. Um, and I got some things that I can actually put up. You know what I'm saying? On the screen to kind of go into it, but I'm waiting until my wife feels like everything is really cool and
Yeah,
we
we got a
totally
few more
good to
people to
go.
come in here. Yeah.
Hmm.
Why don't y'all share this? Share this. If y'all coming in here, just make sure y'all share this so that people can come in here and learn about this medicine.
Hmm. So I'll do this while we're waiting. Okay.
Okay, so I don't have to have YouTube on right there.
Hmm. And so what is it? It is Sunday too, as well.
What that mean?
No, I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean. People be going to church, they be going out to eat, and you know what I'm saying, all kind of stuff going on. So let's see. Hmm.
Okay, what we waiting on now?
Okay,
Because I was a
no, you
few
can
more
start.
people.
Yeah, no, right. That's really it. I'm just setting up some of the cards.
Hey y'all, let me check my delay. Um, if y'all can hear us real good, put some ones in the chat. Put some ones in the chat.
Yeah. Hmm. All right.
Can you pull up the comments so we can see if they put the ones in the chat? This delay is slow.
Hmm.
Let me see what happened if I put some in there.
And so let's see. That's that. We got that right there. Boom. So
Okay,
it's
there we
coming
go.
in.
Yeah,
It's coming in.
okay.
It is.
So
It's like
it's
really coming in late, late.
yeah, it's late.
Hmm.
So whatever. You want to go ahead and start, and then I'll kind of hop in on what you're doing because I'm still. We
Okay.
was on a time crunch, and we've been doing a lot of stuff today, trying to catch up on stuff. So, like, do y'all want to learn about this?
Wait a minute. What you mean? Do y'all want to
Cause I
learn
just want
about
to
it?
know if people want to learn about it. If you want to learn about it, come on in and learn about it. Share it,
Hmm.
and
Well, no. Here's my thing. We could actually go in and just start to teach about it. Okay.
I know a lot of people. See, my thing is, I know a lot of people was counting on it being on Instagram.
Hmm.
So I'm almost like, forget all that over there and let's hop on Instagram. But
Well, I mean, it's your judgment call if that's what you want to do because you have people primed up, I
you
guess.
know
And
what? What I'll do is I'll just open up my Instagram right here and go live right here.
there you go.
There we go. Let's see.
Okay.
That's how we'll do that.
All right.
Details.
Mm-hmm.
Bae, can you
Yeah.
not be like real quiet? Cause it's making me
Uh,
feel like they just sitting in silence.
I hear you.
You've
Again,
been in here working on this for how many hours?
about two. Yeah. So, like I said, I mean, I definitely have tons of information. This could go deep, um, or we can do it light. It's just really all up to y'all how you want to do this. So
This is the way.
most times people don't necessarily even know what Bufo is, like just generally.
Oh no, I can't put that there. I gotta put
If
it
we
like
end up
this.
talking about Bufo, it's really and it's okay. Don't worry about me being
Well, I
in or
wonder if I
not
can
over
put
there.
it over here.
You could, but you'd
Yeah.
have to. I'm not sure if it'll be plugged in, but it could be. Hmm. Yeah, you good right there. Okay, you straight?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, all right. So then we normally get this question, right? We normally get the question, "What is
Let me
Bufo?"
start this.
What is Bufo Alvarez? See, now you starting. So we just
Yeah,
what
I'm
up
going
though?
on. Yeah, I'm
Okay,
going
what up
on.
though? Instagram. What's happening?
So we're gonna be live. I'm gonna be looking at the screen
Mhm,
over here. I'm gonna be looking
mhm.
at the screen down here. I'm gonna be
We
looking
just
at the
looking
screen over
everywhere
there
and doing a whole
because
bunch of stuff. Anyway, that's one of the most general, most frequently asked questions. Honestly, like what is Bufo, right? Um, so Bufo is a toad that's found in the Sonoran Desert. That's in Arizona, or the Colorado River toad um, is a nickname for it,
y'all
right?
gotta give us a minute because
Hmm. And it's known for its ability to be able to, excrete toxins from its glands within the skin, so that way you could have a, psychoactive experience. Okay. Um, ultimately, you get a chance to meet God.
psychoactive experience. Hold
Hmm.
on, y'all. Let me fix this.
Hmm.
Oh shit.
What's wrong?
Hopefully this damn thing don't
What's going
fall.
on,
That's
Heather?
what.
What's going on? All right, squeaky clean juices up in the house. Joseph the Vampire Slayer. Okay. Um, what's good? What up, though, Angie? What's happening? Um, again, you could go ahead and start teaching on it if you know what I'm saying you want to get off into it.
Well, no, give me a second
Okay.
because right now we're getting acclimated to what we're doing right now because originally we was just supposed to be looking at one screen. And so Instagram started acting goofy and we wasn't going to go on Instagram live at all, but then we changed our mind, so we're doing that from the phone. And the people that are on Instagram live, you will not be able to see everything that we are seeing. If you
Mhm.
would like to see everything that we are seeing, because we're going to be changing the screen is going to be wider, you can see us better, you can see the information. Hey, if you want to be able to
Mhm.
see everything that we're going to be using from the other screen, then y'all hop on my YouTube. Hop on my YouTube, and you can go to my YouTube from the link in my bio. If you click the link in my bio, you should be able to scroll down to the bottom and click the YouTube icon. Let's see, accept all. Yep, and you go down to the bottom, and then you can click the YouTube icon. So I'm gonna give y'all a couple minutes to go ahead and do that. Remember, I'm going to keep saying it. For the people that are coming on YouTube, if you would like to see everything that we're going to be teaching about, do you have pictures and all that stuff too?
Yeah, I got a couple.
He got a couple pictures.
Mhm.
He has some words going across the screen. The
Mhm.
screen is wider, all that. If you want to be able to see that, then I advise you to either hop on Facebook, my Facebook pages,
Mhm.
or my YouTube page. And you can click the link in my bio, scroll all the way down to the bottom, and click on the Facebook icon or the YouTube icon.
Okay.
And then we're going to be starting in a second. We're just giving people a few more minutes to come in here so we can get deep as we talk about it. And remember, I'm going to be talking to you guys up here in this screen, you guys over here, and then you guys over here also.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a lot going on. What up though? Can you Dakota Whitefeather? Who is that? What's their name? Because now I'm not just not even gonna do the whole social media name, so
Right,
we know who
don't
that
right,
is.
don't do me like that.
I'm just
Don't
saying.
do me like that.
I
If you
didn't.
don't
I
know who it
figured
is,
if
I
y'all
know
know.
who it is. But
Okay,
if you don't know who it is,
that's what I
then
just said.
just
I
don't
don't.
know what it is. Don't ask me what it is. That you put me on blast because if I don't know who it is, but
Do you?
I do
Do
know who it
y'all?
is. I'm just
Do
saying you be
y'all?
doing that all the time. Who is such and such or whatever? Like I
Thank
supposed
you.
to
There it
always
is.
remember.
What's going on, Rochelle?
And
Thank you so much. That's
I was about to tell him who you
no.
was. She nope. Go ahead
Thank
and
you
get it
so
out the
much.
way.
I appreciate that love. Appreciate you. listen, listen. I'll just get to it because you know what I'm saying, all this technical stuff and all of that. Bufo is something called a God molecule.
He
And it
explains it
is,
his way, and then I'm gonna explain it my way.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it is something that God has placed inside of a toad. It's a sacred toad. If we go back in history and you kind of connect this to like more of the Inca, Aztec cultures, then you would probably remember some type of art on walls where they drew, you know, art about a frog or a toad and all these other things, and you just thinking, oh wow, okay, so this doesn't really make any sense. No,
We need to scoop this back some.
yeah, whatever you need to do.
Let's scoop this back some. So maybe this.
The toad
Make
was
sure ain't nothing
sacred
about
to
to
them.
fall off the table back there. Can you make sure ain't
The
nothing about to
toad
fall
was
off?
extremely sacred to them. Okay, they honored the toad
There you go.
and revered the toad, and they protected the toad because it was a mechanism and it was a way in order for them to go. Oh, says you love your box.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank
it was
you.
a way for them to go directly to source, to become one with everything. And so this is what Bufo is. Now, one of my intentions from last year for this year was to make sure that I didn't uh, make any assumptions about anything. But I'm very clear on the fact, because we've been doing this for a while, that there are a lot of people that feel different ways about it. And so my thing is that if somebody feels a negative way about it, right, and they go, this is something that you shouldn't be tampering with, I'd like for you to at least take note of this, is that this particular modality through the toad be able to go directly to source. People have been using this for thousands of years. Okay, thousands of years. I'm talking about before religion.
Well, this is the thing
Hmm.
with Bufo. When people go in and they study Bufo, they will say that Bufo has not been around for that long, right?
Okay,
But but I'm just saying because there's some people that's gonna go and research that,
some people,
right?
right, right,
And you're
right.
not gonna
Okay,
find it unless you go deep.
right, and that's what I was
When
getting
you
ready to say.
research on the surface, you gonna see that it's only been discovered a few years ago.
Right.
But if you go back in ancient texts, if you go
Thank you.
in the pyramids, uh,
Pyramid text. Yeah.
iconography,
Hmm.
artwork,
Hmm.
etched in stone,
Hmm.
right? Those people knew that this toad was sacred,
Hmm.
right? And that this toad took you in with this with its venomous secretions,
Hmm.
which is usually used for a protection mechanism to
Right.
protect them from predators.
Right.
And so, go ahead, I'm gonna let you talk a little bit
Oh no,
more about it.
I mean, you was hitting right on it. That's the whole point. The whole point is that a lot of people really don't dig deep, so they would just assume based off of a quick Google search. Oh, okay, this was found in 1542, or this was found in 1497. No, understand. See, before there were human beings on the planet, there was what they call flora and fauna. That's all the trees and nature and all the animals, right? And insects. And within this ecosystem, they thrived and lived and they moved in their kingdoms. You know what I'm saying? Long before, millions of years before man even came on the scene. So, in essence, what I'm saying is the toad has been here before man has. And if mycelium was here before man, what makes you think that the creator that created it would say, nah, it's not a good thing to do it, and this is something that you should be tampering with? You don't necessarily know that unless you've experienced
This is the thing.
it. Hmm.
Um, People have to get taught, right? People have to learn
Hmm.
about this medicine.
Right.
And so, how people learned in ancient times is that either someone knew or and taught them, or they dabbled.
Hmm. Hmm.
Someone taught them, they were led, or they dabbled, right?
Hmm.
But God put people on this planet, on this earth, and God can speak to the people on this planet and on this earth,
Hmm.
right? And so the people that came to this medicine are led. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Hold on. Can you talk for a
Yeah,
second?
sure. And so, again, with that, it's a matter of listening to individuals that have experienced it. Because when people are moving in the unknown or the fear of the unknown, let's put it like that. When people move from that perspective, then they automatically make the assumption that things are not good. Something's gonna happen to your mind. Again, I always just say, am I speaking in clear sentences? Does it seem like I have cognitive, right, functionality to where I can think and reason and process thoughts? Yeah. Uh, have my wife and I been in ceremony and dealt with the medicine a lot, many, many, many times? Yes. So this whole idea of, well, I don't know about that, and so I'm not sure. Trust and understand, we live in the age of technology, and more people are actually doing right what they need to do in order to get set free, to figure out exactly why they're here, to get rid of grief, to get rid of the fear of death. It's a whole lot that people utilize these mediums for that have been used for thousands of years
Mhm.
in order to set themselves free and live a much more high vibrational life
Okay, so let me say
overall.
this because someone said, "Can you explain the difference between Bufo and ayahuasca?"
Ah,
Yes.
okay, good.
I'll explain the difference between that, but I'm also going to add psilocybin in the mix. And then after
Mhm.
I explain the difference between those three medicines, then I'll go ahead and break down what Bufo alvarius is.
Yes.
Okay. Let's first talk about ayahuasca. Okay. Ayahuasca, they call ayahuasca the vine of the soul. Hold on a second. Is everything good?
Yeah, I was just checking to see if you know what I'm saying, the comments are coming through, so I'm looking to see. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Let's pull the comments up like after, like once I get done, with the questions, because I want to make sure
Hmm.
I get to the questions in the comments on there too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I want to make sure that we, answer everybody's questions,
Hmm.
because people have to understand that there are no stupid questions.
Yes.
And anytime you go on any kind of plant medicine journey, if anybody got an attitude with any question
Mm.
that you ask, then they're not for you.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Because you have to feel like you are safe. You have to know that you're safe before
Right.
you go on anything, any kind of spiritual journey like that, where you tap in inside of your universe and go in the spiritual realm.
Yeah.
So to break it down between the three, ayahuasca, they call that the vine of the soul, right? That is it is a medicine that is indigenous to the Amazon,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
And so it is two ingredients. It is a berry and it is a vine from a tree. and they grow nowhere near each other. And that medicine is able to take you inside of your universe,
Mm.
right? Inside of the spiritual realm to remove blockages. A
Right.
lot of times, ayahuasca is more of a purgative,
Mhm.
right? So you're purging a lot, or you may be on the toilet a lot. You know what I mean? Not urinating. I'm talking about shitting,
Mhm.
right? And so I know the times that we've done Bufo. I mean, not Bufo. The times that we've done ayahuasca, it
Mhm.
was more of a purgative, and we were back and forth to the back because what it is doing, it is cleaning and clearing out the trauma that's locked away inside of your body according to what your intentions are,
Right.
right? All of my experiences with ayahuasca, I did not have visions. I did
Mhm.
not have closed eye visions, and I did not have open eye visions. Right. Then let's see, when you take the medicine for ayahuasca, it is like a thick,
Mm.
to me it's nasty as hell. For
I
some people they can,
I like
they
it.
can bear it, but
I like it. It was good actually to
my
me.
uh, my palate is a little different. It's a little off sometimes with certain tastes, but it's like a thick berry like substance and it's extremely strong, right? And you take the ayahuasca, and the ayahuasca can take maybe 30 minutes to kick in, 45 minutes. It just depends,
Mhm.
right? Everybody is different.
Right.
And that journey will last for about maybe 6 to 8 hours, depending, could be more, depending on how much ayahuasca you take. Because the ayahuasca journeys that we've been on, um, like hours in, they'll offer you another cup of ayahuasca. And then you
Mm.
can go up and get another cup of ayahuasca,
Mhm.
if you want. Now, to go to psilocybin. Psilocybin, that's my, these medicines are my baby, period. But psilocybin is my baby because
Mhm.
that is
Mm.
what ultimately, like ayahuasca for me, it changed my life.
Yeah.
Yes, right? But nothing has changed my life the way psilocybin, and then I'll explain to you how nothing has changed my life like Bufo,
Mhm.
right? So they're all different and distinctive. Psilocybin, this medicine comes from mycelium.
Mhm.
And no matter where you walk on this earth, under the ground is mycelium, right? So no matter where you walk, I'm saying it again, on this earth, under the ground is mycelium. It's like a white, uh, powdery substance that looks almost like uh, white, not thread, well, threads, kind of like white threads or spider webs, or it's like a network, right? And let's see. I love hearing about this. I know y'all was just telling us that.
I
Yeah,
know.
y'all was just telling us that.
Mhm.
This medicine has been, the psilocybin has been on this earth for billions of years, right?
Mhm.
Billions of years. So we're not talking about religion here, right? Because religion is man-made.
So this is a good question. I gotta pull it up. I have to. So she's asking. So not all of them are hallucinates.
Um, well, this is the thing. Some people, look, the medicine chooses if you're gonna have visions or not. For me, the medicine chose for
Hallucinations.
me not to have visions, right? Um, I don't call it hallucinations.
Mhm.
I don't call it hallucinations because you become you become into a knowing, right? You just know that you know that you know that it's not a hallucination. But Zeno had he had some visions.
Yes.
His grandparents came to him. Some people's ancestors come to them. It's a lot of different things that can have. Everybody's journey is different on all of this medicine, right? Because everybody's temples are different.
Mhm.
Everybody's trauma is different. The different DNA, right? So back to the psilocybin. Um, this mycelium is what this medicine grows from. And this medicine has the power to break you down, break your matter, your body, your skin, your flesh, all that down once you are buried underground. And it is taking this information into the earth, and it is feeding the earth, it is feeding the trees. It is the reason that trees can communicate with other trees. It's the reason that one tree can swap nutrients from one tree and take it to another tree, or the grass can communicate with the flowers, all of that. This medicine has the power to take you back how far your DNA goes, which is 1.5 billion years.
Mhm.
1.5 billion years. So, not saying don't read the Bible, not saying that. All I'm saying is the Bible is a little over 2,000 years old, right? And this earth is billions of years old. So I just want you to keep that in mind. This medicine has been on this earth for billions of years. It has breaking you down when you were buried in it, um every single time that you've lived, and your ancestors and the ones before then and the ones before then. So when you ingest this medicine, it takes you inside of your universe,
Mhm.
your trauma, to meet your intentions in a way that your mind cannot even fathom. This medicine takes about 30 minutes to kick in, and the journey will last for about 5 to 7 hours on the psilocybin, and it takes you deep inside of the spiritual realm. It lifts the veil, and boom, it takes you into the spiritual realm. You see that everything is vibration and energy, that we're all one. It opens up your subconscious mind,
Mhm.
tapping you into the mind of God, the mind
Yes.
that never sleeps, the
Mhm.
mind that has recorded everything that you've ever heard, seen, watched, listened to, experienced in this life and also previous lives. So that is what psilocybin does, and it also helps to lay dormant your ego. It does not give you an ego death, right? It does not give you an ego death. It helps to lay your ego dormant, and it starts to work the side of the brain that you don't usually work. Okay.
Mhm. Mhm.
Now, Bufo.
Mhm.
Bufo is um strongest one of one of
Mhm.
the strongest entheogens known to man, right? It is not a plant medicine, it is not a earth medicine, it is an animal medicine, right? Ayahuasca is a plant medicine. Psilocybin is a plant medicine
Mhm.
by default, but really it's an earth medicine. Okay, and now you have Bufo alvarius. This is a the toad medicine, sacred toad, Bufo alvarius. They call it the God molecule, and they call it the God molecule because it has the power to take you straight to source. See, in a psilocybin journey, you going inside of your universe to remove trauma. That medicine, it opens you up. It's a teacher, right? So it's walking you through your traumas. It's helping you heal. It's helping
Mhm.
you do all of that, right? But you're doing the work. You putting in the work. You getting guided through, right? Your mind is opening. It's things that you're seeing. It's things that you're experiencing, right? It's a beautiful experience to experience, right? But you doing the work. In Bufo, you surrender and God do the work. So what happens? It is an essentially a ego death, dissolution of the ego with Bufo. Do y'all know what disillusion of the ego is? Let me get some comments in the chat.
Mhm.
How do you know the amount over here? How can we see that?
Because it'll pop up right here.
No, that's in the room.
Wait. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's do. I like this one
You
better.
like this
Yeah,
better?
yeah. That way I'll
Okay.
be able to see everything.
Good. That's
Okay.
fine.
Does anybody know what disillusion of the ego is? If you don't like to hear,
Here you go.
I'm about to say here you go. Okay, well, Ain't nobody being too quick to talk, so I'm just gonna go ahead and explain to you what it is. Disillusion of the ego death. Everything that you ever thought about yours. Wait. So, no, sounds scary. Please share. Okay, so here's the thing. For some, it can be scary. You know why? Because the part that's scary, that's your ego. Wait, I got to burp.
So Kenya said,
Excuse me.
yeah, basically when you don't know who you are,
Disillusion is
right?
a termination. Disillusion is a termination. Listen, for a short time, and I'll explain to you why, right? It's called the God molecule. Remember, I said, I'm not saying don't read the Bible. I'm just saying that know what you're reading when you read the Bible. Okay. Um, the Bible also states that no man can live
Hmm.
and see God's face, right?
Hmm.
That's true. But Bufo takes you to God, straight to God.
Yes.
So there has to be a death, an ego death, a dissolution of the ego. Everything that you think you know about yourself. If your name is Sally, when you take Bufo, your name not Sally.
Oh, wow. That's the truth.
If your daddy name Bob, you ain't got no daddy name Bob,
Hmm.
right? Because it takes you to truth. It takes you straight to source, right?
Hmm.
You are captured up, caught up. I call it a soul snatching.
Let me put this up here. I have to put this up
Okay, Zeno's gonna put this up here. And
because
again, if
these are some good
anybody is on
questions.
here that want to be able to see the screen
Right.
and all of that, that's on Instagram. If you want to be able to see everything that we're putting up, the titles, the pictures, all that good stuff, then either hop on my Facebook page or come to my YouTube channel. And you can do that by clicking the link in my bio, scrolling down to the bottom, and then tapping on the YouTube or the Facebook, right?
Right.
Um,
No, I understand. Right.
Okay, so remember I told you when you take psilocybin or ayahuasca, how long it takes for the medicine to kick in, right? With Bufo, Bufo is instant. No, go ahead. What you about to go ahead? Let's read that.
Um. Okay. Well, basically, what I'm saying is because here's the thing. She definitely has broken down what disillusion of the ego is in
Not even,
plain.
but not even completely though. I'm gonna
No,
go back and do it in more
we can
detail.
hit it.
But
I guess just my wife is a she calls me a teacher just simply because I guess I just go and I do research and I pull different things out for people to understand or whatever. But let's see, one says scary but intriguing all at the same time. Yeah, I'm going on a retreat for ayahuasca in Bufo. This is my first time. Should be interesting. I feel we are very much attached to our ego in the 3D, yeah, sense basically.
mhm.
And it says going on this journey is going to be a trip for real. Listen, it is going to be a trip. Disillusion of the ego is this.
I have to ask a question because you
Okay.
say you're going on an ayahuasca and Bufo retreat together, and that can be tricky, right? And I tell you that because those two medicines should not be combined, and it should
Mhm.
be both should not be in the system. So, is there a space between the time that you're taking the
Right.
ayahuasca and the Bufo?
That's a
Is
good
the
question.
ayahuasca going to be out of your system by the time that you take the Bufo?
Hmm.
Because first and foremost, the number one thing is you want to make sure that you're safe. Me personally, I'm not going to a retreat that's doing ayahuasca and then Bufo. I'll do psilocybin and Bufo, but those compounds should not be mixed. Um, going on the journey, it's going to be a trip for real. Yes, it is. It is. It is. Go ahead and finish saying what you was gonna say, baby, because I need to pull this up right quick while you do that.
Okay. Okay. So, um, again, what I'm going to do is go back to a couple of things because again, my wife broke it down in simple terms. Disillusion of the ego is,
Oh, you breaking it down definition.
yeah, the ordinary sense of self is replaced. That means whoever in the hell you thought you were now, it's going to be replaced by a sense of union, a coming together. That's what a union is, right? With an ultimate reality underlying, this is the key phrase, all manifest existence. That sounds like source. That sounds like the all. That sounds like the great spirit. That sounds like the creator that created everything, the great I am, right? The most high. All of these different names that it is called, right? So, in essence, a dissolution of the ego is whatever sense of self and identity that we are created while we're here in this realm. When you take Bufo, that is totally gone. And you become one now with all existence. You become one with everything. And that takes you and catapults you into a place of knowing. Now, I'm going to go back because I believe it was Rochelle that said something about are these kind of like all hallucinogens? First, right, we got to ask what is a hallucinogen? In one sense, it is correct, and in one sense, it is wrong. Hallucinogens are a seeing or hearing, right, of something which is not there. That's the way that it's been pushed and portrayed within films and movies, basically everything that we know. Oh my gosh, you're hallucinating. What is a hallucination? A hallucination is a seeing or hearing something which is not there. Now, here's the difference. This is why I'm saying it's right and it's wrong. When you take the Bufo, just like the psilocybin, it's connecting your left hemisphere of the brain and the right hemisphere of the brain together. So, in essence, it's actually now activating sensory categories and places within the brain that don't normally function outside of the way that we use it, like when you walk or you drive or whatever it is, right? You're looking at a screen and you cooking, whatever it is that you're doing. We're so technologically advanced that we just kind of function on autopilot after so long. But that doesn't mean that what you're seeing in the experience, what you're hearing, isn't real. That doesn't mean that. There's such a thing as a spirit realm. And spirit, if we get into, again, there's always a million different ways that you can look at this. So if you look at it from a spiritual perspective, then spirit is really breath, right? Spirit is breath. But everything is energy. Everything is energy. Energy cannot die. It is only it can only transform.
Transform, transfer.
So now if we look at it from the biblical sense, if God is light, which light is energy, and God breathed his breath into all mankind, that means that we have now a part of God in us, the spirit of God. We become a reflection or an image, a copy version of God. So we have that in us. When you take the medicine, this central system right here inside of our skulls is the thing that sends signals from one part of our body to the next part. We won't be able to function at all without it. So now the ability to be able to see, to be able to feel, to be able to touch, to be able to hear, all of those things are still functioning while you're in the spirit realm. That's what the medicine is activating. So when people say, oh man, you taking them hallucinogens or you hallucinating, man, you ain't really see that. No.
You'll know. This is the thing. I don't give a damn if somebody do come and say
Mm-hmm.
you didn't really see that.
Right.
Dude, you don't know what I saw. You
Right.
don't know what I experienced,
Mm-hmm.
right? So this person is coming from a place of not knowing. So it really don't matter, they just saying what they couldn't see for themselves.
Right.
If they say you didn't really see nothing, all you saw was they just saying what they're saying from their face. She said, "How long does it take for Aya to get Aya out of your system?" See, that depends. That depends on what you mean when you say out of your system. Because once you take ayahuasca, ayahuasca is still working in the body even after a journey. So me
Mm-hmm.
personally, with the research and stuff that I've done and the things that I know, me personally, I would not do Bufo back to back with ayahuasca, never the same day, and I definitely wouldn't do it the next day. Me
Mm-hmm.
personally, I would wait a couple days between to make sure that those compounds of the ayahuasca, for the most part, is not in the body when you take that Bufo,
Right.
because um, each of these medicines, what they're doing is they're creating new neural pathways in the brain, but they're doing it on different in different ways,
Right.
right? To go back did you have to say something else? Because I'm gonna
No,
go
no,
back
no.
into this Bufo so
Yeah,
I can explain
exactly. You
it
need
and
to break that
explain
down.
this ego death
Mm-hmm.
and all of that. So um let me give you an idea, and to give you an idea, I'll have to talk about my very first Bufo experience, right? I've had over 50, but my very first Bufo experience,
Mm.
you'll never forget your very first one. I don't give a damn how many times you do Bufo. You're not gonna remember all your experiences like
Right.
that
Right.
if you do many of them,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But you will always remember your first Bufo without a shadow of a doubt, right? And so before I decided to do the Bufo, I did a lot of research, right? And so I like to know what I'm getting myself into, because I want to know if I'm gonna be able to get myself out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So people have to do their due diligence in going and doing these ceremonies with people that are experienced, that know what they're doing, right? Because you're essentially putting your life in somebody else's hands, right? And so you should know that that person is going to make sure that you cool, make sure that they take the precautions that they're supposed to take, and make sure that you're going to be safe, because that's one of the most important things. One
Mm-hmm.
of the most important things. Now, with ayahuasca, I believe with ayahuasca and psilocybin, that setting is also number one thing important, right? Bufo, not so much, right? Because well, I'll say this. You have to be in a safe setting for Bufo, right?
Yes.
But what I mean is with Bufo, it don't matter about all the pretty colors and the pretty lights and all of
Hmm.
that shit that's going on and the entertainment and all. It don't none of that don't matter with Bufo,
Right.
right? Because when you take this medicine hits instantly. And so to talk about, let me read this really quickly because
Yeah.
it's pointing, and
Yeah, because
then
that's a really
I'll
good question.
break down my first Bufo experience so that y'all can understand what I mean. Go ahead, man.
Oh, so I am Tarita
Mhm.
Hallman says, should shamans take part in the medicine with the participants at the same time?
It depends.
Hmm.
It depends, right?
Okay. Okay.
Should they be on a full dose? Hell to the no. No, they shouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They have to know how to move with their intuition, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they have to be a Bufo shaman. First of all, has to be able to walk and move in this medicine.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
as many journeys that I have been on with Bufo,
Mm.
Bufo, I'm always able to get up and move around on Bufo,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I will essentially be able to guide somebody through the spiritual realm on a full dosage of Bufo, right?
Yeah, I
As
can
it's
see
coming
that.
down,
Yeah, I
as
can.
it's coming down, I'll
Yeah.
say that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Not in the beginning stages, but some shamans will microdose.
Mm-hmm.
Some shamans will microdose, right? Because microdosing can boom, it can lift the veil. And now you're able to see
Whew,
more
man.
on where the person is and what they're experiencing while they're on that journey in Bufo, right? But I've been in the spiritual realm on this side. I've been in the spiritual realm through
Mm-hmm.
plant medicine,
Mm-hmm.
through earth medicine, through animal medicine, right?
Mm-hmm.
So a person essentially,
You're
you're
welcome.
welcome. A person essentially that that works with Bufo, somebody that's claiming to be a Bufo shaman, they should be able to move on the medicine. But again, I did a lot of research. And so in that, I talked to people that have had the Bufo experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've even watched videos and YouTubes. That's just how I get down. Everybody don't watch that, and I feel like everybody shouldn't, right? Because sometimes that shit can cause fear from you from doing it. But what I heard and what I saw is most people that I dealt with and spoke with said that when they took this Bufo, that they say the world folded in on itself,
Mm-hmm.
right?
I can see that
And
happening. I didn't experience that per
right.
se, but I could
And
definitely see that happening.
but for everybody that I spoke to, that's what was said, right?
Mm-hmm.
The earth folded in on itself. So, to me, never taking the medicine,
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to when I go in this spiritual realm, the world is going to fold in on itself. Right?
Hmm.
So, but what you got to understand is the world folding in on itself means different for everybody else. That's just
Exactly.
like power is going to mean different for somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Love is going to mean different for different people. People have different definitions of what stuff mean to them,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so for me, physically seeing the world fold in on itself was not my experience, but I can say it was kind of like a version of that, because I'll say everything that I thought I knew and everything that I did know,
Mm-hmm.
it was gone
Mm-hmm.
in an instant,
Pardon me. Yes.
right?
Hey.
Hey. And what I mean when I say gone in an instant means that you bypass the earth, the moon, the stars, the galaxies. You bypass all of that and you go directly to source.
Mm-hmm.
Directly to source.
Mm-hmm.
You become the I am. You see that you are the nothingness. You see that you are everything
Mm-hmm.
all at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Bufo takes you to where we come from before we're born and where we go to when we leave this realm. It takes you straight to source. Ain't no middleman. The only middleman is the person that's there to serve you the medicine and make sure that everything is everything,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is the most important thing,
Right.
right? Before you go sit down with people that just doing this plant medicine, you need to know that these people know about dosages,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Wow.
It's different things that could stop you from being a candidate for Bufo. So you have to make sure that these people have health intake forms, that they're asking questions,
Mm-hmm.
that they're making sure that they find out what kind of medicine that you're on.
Mm-hmm.
If you're dealing with some kind of sickness, if you have any ailments, if you've had uh, recent operations or accidents, these are the kind of
Mm-hmm.
things that need to be asked and communicated about to see if you're even a candidate for Bufo. For any of these medicines, you are not a candidate if you taking antidepressant medications. MOAIs, right? That Lexapro and anything that is supposed to work on the serotonin levels.
Yeah, because the medicine has serotonin in it, a component of serotonin in it.
The medicine, it works on serotonin levels also, but
Mm-hmm.
it works on it on a different level. And what can happen is, if you have that in your system, what can happen is you can have a serotonin overload.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And you need melatonin,
Right.
you need serotonin, right? But Bufo is much, 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 much stronger and takes you much, much, much more deeper
Hmm.
on the inside than ayahuasca and psilocybin almost put together. But it's instant and it's quick. You're only there for 30 minutes. You're only there with God for 30 minutes. So, in order
Man.
to go to God, you have to forget who you are here. Just like in order to come down here, to be born in here, you have to forget where you come from, right? Born a generation with amnesia, and you have to awaken to the truth. You have to awaken to who you truly are. You have to awaken to the power that you truly hold. The point is to awaken.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have something you wanted to say
Oh
or
no, no. I mean,
read
like,
something?
these are just like general
Are
things.
there
So
any
if it
comments
comes
over here?
up, then sure we can kick it and talk about it. No, these are just some of the last
Okay.
previous questions or statements.
Okay.
You know,
And
well,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
No, no, go
No, no,
ahead.
no, no,
You
no,
said
no. Please finish. Go ahead.
okay, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is, with Bufo, you ain't worrying about the trauma that your mama gave you.
Mm-hmm.
With Bufo, you ain't worried about how the people treated you at your job. With Bufo, you ain't worried about how much money you don't have in the bank.
Can I take it a little bit further?
Sure.
With Bufo, you're not concerned about this black or white issue. With this Bufo, you're not concerned about what religious status you hold. None of that matters. Your political affiliation, all that don't matter. It is a minuscule, fractional, fleeing thought. It ain't
Mm-hmm.
even that in Bufo. You're not thinking about that at all.
No, you're not, because you in the loving arms of Source. Period. And I'm gonna tell you, some
Mm.
people would say it sounds scary, but really it wasn't scary for me. It may be scary for others. I'll say that
Mm-hmm.
that a lot of people don't be wanting to come back.
Yeah, I didn't.
Zeno was one of them. I was one of them. A lot of people, they don't be ready to come back.
Yeah.
But you don't have a choice, because all this medicine has a time limit, right? That's what God do.
Mm-hmm.
God is not going to create a sacred medicine that is going to have you on that vibration, vibrating on that vibration for the rest of your life. No.
You
Now,
wouldn't be able to handle that.
synthetic man-made shit will have you
Mm-hmm.
stuck like that,
Right.
effed up for the rest of your life.
Right. While you here.
Right?
For
but
sure.
God, the creator of all
Mm-hmm.
universes and galaxies,
Mm-hmm.
created this medicine, and it has a time limit. With Bufo, 30 minutes, maybe 45 at the most.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Psilocybin. People ask all the time, am I going to be like this forever? No. The medicine has a time limit.
I know.
Right? And with that medicine, it is impossible to OD on psilocybin.
Right.
Are there any questions about Bufo? Is there anything that you wanted to say extra about Bufo, or what? Because I'm telling you, we got a lot of people that say they want to do Bufo. And there are a lot of people that are doing Bufo. But the thing that's stopping some of the people that say that they want to do Bufo is fear. And it's fear
Mm-hmm.
of the unknown. And the fear
Mm-hmm.
that pops up is man made,
Right.
right? Ego on one end is important because the ego is how you identify yourself,
Right.
right? Some people always feel like the ego is, they got an ego. They walking around thinking they the shit. Well, that's part of it, right? It's light and it's dark in in all things. Actually, I'm gonna say a lot of things. It's light and it's dark in all things. It's
Mm-hmm.
about where you want to vibrate on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, can it make you feel sick? Can what make you feel sick? Is it the? Are you talking about the
Which
Bufo? Which
medicine?
medicine?
Do you need to set intentions for Bufo, or does the medicine just do what it does?
Well, for me, I'll say all of the Bufo ceremonies and journeys that I've been on. Uh, I always set intention because that's how I get down. But everybody don't say set an intention.
I do too. I set
Honestly, you
intentions
know
too.
what I'm
So
saying?
go
But
ahead.
if you come and do Bufo at my space, yes, you're going to set intentions
Mm-hmm.
because your intentions is what spirit is going to work on.
Right.
Because
That's
you
your
couldn't
guide.
exactly, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then you're going to also read a prayer before you actually serve the medicine. Bufo, I heard some purging can happen um with Aya.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. With Bufo, yes, some purging can happen, but the purging with Bufo is not like the purging with psilocybin or the purging with ayahuasca. With ayahuasca, it's an overwhelming, irritating feeling
Mm-hmm.
of being nauseated all night, even though the vomit is not,
Right.
well, it can become
Mm-hmm.
like you vomiting your damn organs out at some point of the night,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But with psilocybin, the vomiting is different. You may feel a little nauseated, you may feel a little uncomfortable sometimes, but usually with psilocybin, when you vomit or if you have to vomit, you're pulling up trauma, right? You're removing and you're releasing that trauma, and it's not a vomit like you're vomiting.
Mm-hmm.
Now with Bufo, because of the toll, right? Because of the medicine, because of the venom, yes, it can pull pull trauma from the body. But again, that usually comes up with almost like a belch, like a toad, right?
Yeah. It sounds exactly like a
That's it
toad.
sounds like a toad. It's people be on Bufo and they're around here sounding like toads, right?
Yeah.
And they
Yes.
may burp and it may come up, but your guy is supposed to be able to watch you and see what's going on with you. And if you have to get a bucket should be right there and they should be able to help lead you into the bucket. You
Mm-hmm.
have to be able to look and see the signs when people are on these medicines and know what to do in these situations. She said, got you. Thanks.
Yeah. So Rochelle had a question,
Mm-hmm.
and it is there a regimen participants need to follow before a ceremony?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Yes.
You want to start?
No, I mean at the end of the day, it's just like anything else, right? Because this is this is a ceremony. It's a sacred ceremony that one is approaching. So you got to have your mind right. You got to get your body right, right? Um, all of these things have to be in order. So I know with us, there's going to be a Zoom intake where we're talking to the individual again to assess where they are mentally, what's going on with them physically. There's going to be a regimen in regards to things that you should intake physically in your body, what you should eat, what you shouldn't eat, what you should drink, all these things, because you want your vessel to be clean to be able to receive the medicine, right, as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Mentally, right? Mentally, you want to kind of cleanse, uh, because you want to be able to receive the medicine properly.
Mm-hmm.
You want to just be as clean as of a vessel as possible. Um, and then she asked, also, intentions versus expectations. Can you please expound on the difference between these? I love your
Mm,
questions.
for sure, for
Mhm,
sure. And then I get to your question
mhm,
in Instagram.
mhm.
I love that question
Yeah.
because I talk about expectations and I talk
Mm,
about intention with any journey that anybody is going on. And actually, and when I say
mm,
any journey, I mean spiritual journey, this journey in life, like all that good stuff. Wait a minute, who is this? I'm trying to think they about to go live with us. Who is that? Do you have to set intentions with Bufo? Oh, okay. Never mind. You had it was a question.
right.
My bad.
Mhm.
um, where was I? What was I just talking about?
We're just talking about intentions and
Oh yes.
expectations.
Okay. So, um, I always tell people before they come to first. Let me go back
Mhm.
before I answer this.
Right.
I want to go back to expound on the question before where they talk about preparation because everybody's preparation is not the same.
Mhm. And real quick, we are gonna speak to that too, Tarita. We'll speak to that real quick. But
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah, we're gonna that's why I said I'm gonna get to that
Hmm.
in a second. But what was the part?
Again, intentions
Intentions and
versus for sure.
expectations,
Yeah.
right? So the one thing that I tell people, get rid of expectations. Point blank period. Because first of all, you don't even know what to expect. Your mind can't even fathom what to expect. I don't give a damn what you heard about
Hmm.
somebody else's journey. Their journey will not be your journey. If you did a million journeys, all journeys will be different.
It's all good, Yolanda.
What you said?
She was just saying she apologized or she
Oh
wasn't too
no,
sure.
that's what you were supposed. No,
Yeah,
that
you were
no, that's
supposed to do
actually what
that.
you were supposed to do.
Yeah, that's
But
good.
I had forgot. I thought that was the live button, but it wasn't. Right? Expectation breeds disappointment.
Yeah.
How many times have you expected somebody to do something for you, treat you a certain way, not treat you a certain way,
Hmm.
and that shit didn't turn out like that?
Right.
Right? Expectation breeds disappointment.
Hmm.
Right?
Hmm.
So, expectations, get it out your head.
Okay.
Some way expectations it happen, and I tell people this,
Whew.
and people laugh. But I say, do not come in and expect to see smoke coming from the ceiling and somebody gliding across the floor and floating because that shit is not happening.
Gliding across the floor. Hey,
Yeah, really.
doing the moonwalk.
Right?
Okay.
Well, no, sliding, gliding, however, floating.
Hmm.
However, like,
What
do
up, though,
not,
Samantha? What up, though, Robin?
hey, y'all.
Okay.
Um, don't come with any kind of expectations because expectations will get you nowhere
Right.
but disappointed.
Hmm. So intentions, then. What are intentions?
So you want to come with intentions. Intention is putting what you are going inside of your universe to take care of.
Hmm.
Period. Those are your intentions,
Hmm.
right? Can I
Hmm.
tell them about uh, a story? Because I'll say this too before I tell them about a story, because it involved you, babe.
That's fine.
Okay, you cool? Okay, because we be liking to
However
be
it went
real.
down,
Oh,
however
listen, we
it
be
went down the ceremony before, afterwards, it's all good because
okay.
it's
Look, okay, because
I'm
we
good.
be liking to be real. You know what I'm saying?
It's all good.
But
Mhm.
damn, there's so much I want to tell that I forgot what I was about to say.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
somebody remind me where the hell I was at.
Intentions, right?
Intentions, right? So, um, you're gonna write down your intentions, right? Remember, Zeno said that we have you fill out a health intake form. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're going to write the vision down. What do you intend on going inside of your universe and handling, taking care of, being free of? Right? And then when you get in ceremony, you're going to speak that intention out into the atmosphere, right?
Mhm.
Words have power. Power of life and death is in the tongue. We have the power to manifest whatever the hell we want to manifest. Wherever you are right now in your life, point blank period, you are there because you manifested it by decisions that you made and decisions that you didn't make. Whether your intention spoke to you and you let fear stop you, or your intention spoke to you and you did not let fear stop you. You
Right.
manifested whatever you want to manifest. But one thing about it, when you take this medicine is in the manifesting business.
Hmm.
Right? And it
Mm-hmm.
has the power to quantum leap and cause manifestation to happen quickly.
Quickly.
So quickly that some people be like, slow down, slow down, slow down.
Mm.
Actually, a lot of people be talking about slow down,
Yeah.
slow down, slow
Yeah.
down. And that's the tricked out thing. No, I got a lot of stuff that I have to do.
And sometimes, just because of the way that people are built, it's like they allow fear to kind of move in so much into their lives that it's like, yeah, I just need to take it slow. And what slow is just really another phrase for I just need to make sure that I'm comfortable. And being comfortable is going to cause you to settle. You'll never move forward,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And it's like putting you slamming the brakes. Imagine this: you get out of something that has been attached to your soul and your spirit, a situation physically in this realm, a circumstance where you ain't had no money, you keep running to the same jacked up relationship, people ain't showing you no respect, this and that, and then you go on a ceremony, or you go on a journey or do whatever, right? And you have this experience, you come out, you vibrating high, and then that situation is rectified. The person that was in your life that was giving you all of this shit is now slowly removed. And then it's like, woo, okay, man, that was amazing. That happened so fast. And I don't know. I think I just need to take it slow.
Hmm.
Keep going.
Excuse me. And so now, remember the power. I remember what I was gonna say. Power in life and death is in the tongue, right? And so now you're in sacred ceremony, a space that has been set before you even got there, right? And so you're coming in purer
Mhm.
because you have made sure that you took the time to take care of your vessel
Even
before
more
you even
pure.
got there.
Even more
I said purer. I said what I said. You know I be making up words. How he gonna be doing me like that? That's how I be forgetting where I'm about to go.
pure. I love
I love you too. You will be purer.
you. Does remember the movie it was like thinner or slower.
No,
Something it was like
slowlier.
yeah, right.
Slower.
Slowlier. But
Slower.
anyway,
Okay.
yeah.
But
Hmm.
yeah, thank you. Purer. You
Mm.
gonna be purer
Thank you.
and vibrating high. Hold on, where y'all at? Hold on.
Just hop on something.
Right, Facebook or
Rochelle said it makes clear
YouTube.
sense. Many thanks. I'm excited.
Okay, so I had
Yeah.
to tell somebody where
Mhm.
we was at because they like where y'all at.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Mhm. So
um,
we on intentions
yeah,
versus
right. I'm still
expectation,
talking about
right?
the intentions, right?
Good.
So I'm explaining
Hmm.
the deeper connection to the intentions, so you'll understand the
Boom.
difference between expectations, right, and intentions. And then I'm gonna give you an
Okay.
example.
Good. Sonia, we're gonna speak to that too. I like to go into depth a little bit more about that. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now you are speaking your words into the atmosphere. You know that you're being led by your intuition because your ass is sitting up in ceremony in the first place.
Hmm.
You would not be sitting up in a ceremony if you did not have the faith that some shit was going to come out greater on the other side.
Mm.
Period. You just don't spend the money like that for yourself to be wasting it.
Right.
Right?
Mm.
So people come to me when they sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired, and they ready for a change and they're ready to put in the work. So they got some kind of faith because they showed up. So now with that faith and that vibration, they're
Mm.
speaking into the atmosphere what their their intentions are,
Yeah.
right? And so now you're taking this medicine.
Yeah. It's actually both tensions and intentions, because
Mhm.
normally the intention is to get rid of the tension.
Oh, for sure.
Hmm.
For sure. But Now you're ingesting this medicine, which takes you inside of your universe, the kingdom, and now it's working on your intentions. It's speeding up your intentions. In ceremony, you're gonna get all your intentions plus. If there's anybody in any of these rooms that has been in any ceremony with me or every ceremony with me, do you or do you not get all your intentions plus in ceremony? That's just how it go. Period. That's how it go.
It's
That's how
designed
that's
that
how
way.
it's designed.
It's designed that
Right?
way.
One overnight journey with psilocybin is equal to 25 years of therapy. Period. Now, same thing with Bufo. You're going inside of your universe to meet your intentions. But here's the thing, you cannot be attached to how the shit is going to show up because you don't know how it's going to show up. You can't
Mhm.
expect it to show up,
Right.
right? And I'll give you an example. When I first started doing my we didn't finish talking about the first Bufo, right? So the first time I had did Bufo, when I was served the Bufo, the earth didn't fold in on itself, but what I was faced with instantly was, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. You
Mm.
mean to tell me ain't none of this shit real? Instantly,
Mm.
instantly. Wait, it's like your ego say, wait, you mean all the shit that I've been holding on to, all of the trauma that I've been talking about, all of the stories that I tell over and over and over again about the people that hurt me, the people that I can't forgive, the shit that's going on in the world, in high places, in low places. You understand that down here is truly is a matrix and don't none of it even matter.
At all.
It really don't matter. None of it matter because why? Because you're with source. You don't even know your life here. You with source. You don't care about your life, right? You can get flashes of it. God can show you flashes of it,
Mhm.
right? But when you take that bufo, you understand and you feel like everything that you ever been through in your life, if it was to put you to this moment right here, you would do it again.
Mm. Mhm.
Everything. And I don't care what you went through. I don't care what kind of trauma it was. Point blank, period. On Bufo, you understand that it don't matter. That's not even minuscule.
Mhm.
Nothing that any pastor told you, nothing that anything you read in a Bible,
Mhm.
nothing that anything you read in a book. Bufo precedes all words, is no word that can describe the experience. Not one. I don't give a damn what language. Now, there are different things that people use, different words that people can use to try to explain Bufo, but you truly can't explain it. And I know Zeno, hopefully that oh, I had to talk about not being attached to how it's gonna show up, right? And give that like when I first started, like my very first uh psilocybin journey, right? I was in Ojai, California. And I was there with a friend of mine who she was a shaman and she had went ahead of us. We didn't plan on doing the medicine. We had planned on doing the medicine later on down the road. And she kept saying, I'm gonna bring the medicine. And I was like, I don't know why she talking about she bringing the medicine because I ain't taking the damn medicine. And Zeno like, we ain't taking that damn medicine. Like, we ain't taking the medicine. Okay, all right, girl, just come on. Just come on. And talking again. Well, come on, hurry up and get here because you know I got the medicine. Why you keep talking about this medicine? I'm not talking, I'm not doing no medicine. And in my life, nobody has ever been able to peer pressure me into doing anything. This is how I know I was supposed to do the medicine. And so we talk all that shit, drive up there, get there. And she's like, you ready? I'm like, ready for what? Ready to take the medicine. Walk in, I'm like, oh my God, it smells good in here. The vibe is high. and the
She had
space
the sacred smoke burning the incense. She had prepared that
she
whole
had been there
space
days before,
for
like we do.
ceremony. Actually, she
You
had
understand
that
what I'm
whole spot
saying?
set
When
up.
you go, you need to go days before so that you can set the environment, so that you can set the space. And that's exactly what she did. And I was like, why do you keep talking about we about to do this medicine? I told you that we coming to the other part of California and we gonna do the medicine over there. Ain't that right, babe? Y'all know he played me, right?
Hey,
He played me. He didn't even try to fight.
no.
He was like, come on, babe. Let's just go ahead.
Yeah.
So I went ahead and I did it, right? And when the medicine kicked in, initially I was frightened because at that point I had only done research. I hadn't experienced it. So you can research if you want to research. Research the safety, research whatever you want to research. But the truth of the matter is you're not going to understand it unless you explain it.
Right.
I mean, if you unless
If
you
you
experience it,
right.
right? And so when the medicine kicked in, initially I was afraid because I didn't know what to expect,
Mhm.
right? I wasn't even listening to other people's journeys.
Right.
So I didn't have that in my mindset.
Mhm.
My mindset, I have been studying plant medicine for years. I had said, now it's time for me to go on my journey to heal with this plant medicine, right? And so it was time for me to do the psilocybin. And so me and Zeno, we looking at each other. We don't even know what we supposed to feel, right?
True.
All we know is, oh, babe, um, I think I feel something. You think you feel something? We're like, yeah, I think I feel something. So we like, okay, all right. And we get a little chill, right? And so
Mhm.
now she has the music going. She has the lights going, right? She
Ram
got the
Dass is
meditation.
like a guided meditation,
Yeah,
so
right. You
that's
got
going.
Ram Dass playing in the background, right? So now we get even more chill and chill to the fact I was thinking that that's all I was gonna feel, right? That's what I was thinking. So now I uh I get comfortable because now I'm real chill, real laid back, right? Now I sit back on the couch and I put my arm up on the rest. And I take a deep breath and then I do a blink and I say, what the hell? Right? Because that blink was supposed to be black, but the blink was a white, 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 white
Pure
light,
white.
pure white.
Mhm.
So if you close your eyes and it's pure white,
Mhm.
would that kind of startle you?
For sure.
Especially when you just said, yeah, I think I feel something. You know what I mean? Shit, you've been blinking all the way up until the time you know what I
Right.
mean, until you feel something, right? And so I said, I stood up, I said, okay, wait a minute. For a second, I was like, I ain't about to blink. But I had to tell myself, okay, I done took this medicine and now apparently the medicine has kicked in.
Ooh-wee.
It's my first time.
Ooh-wee.
And so I said, let me blink real quick and see if the white light is still there. Blink real quick. White light still there. Okay.
Mhm.
Oh shit.
Mhm.
Let me scoot back.
Uh-huh.
Let me get together. All right. Oh, okay, it's about to go
Yeah.
down. Okay. All right, let me blink again. See if it's still there. Blink. Oh, okay. The white light is still there.
Mm.
Okay, so now let me just sit back and relax in it. So I sit back, relax in it, and I said, let me close my eyes. I close my eyes. Boom. Now it's just white, 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 white. And there's a white figure
Mm.
that's white, just like
The
the white.
white light. Mhm.
And the figure is in my face and it's waving. It's I later found out that it was the jester.
Mhm.
You had to do some research on that. A lot of
Right.
different people in
For
different
sure.
journeys will see different
Yeah. It's
people
levels.
from
It's levels to
dimensions and
it.
different
So
realms, right?
yeah, it's
And
levels to it.
so I'm looking, my eyes are closed, and I'm looking to the side and looking at this thing's face. And he's doing the same thing to me.
Mhm.
And he says, "Are you ready?" I said, "Yeah, I'm ready." So he said, "Come on." So I said, "Okay." So he's walking me down this long ass hallway with all these doors. All the doors are white. All the doors are white. I can go in any door I want to go in. And so now Zeno is looking at me
Mhm.
because my eyes are closed, but I'm looking around.
Yes, it's like she got
I'm
on a
inside of
Oculus set.
I'm inside of my kingdom.
Yeah, it's looking like she got
I'm
an Oculus
inside
set
of
on.
my universe. There's different dimensions and different realms inside of the universe, right? Do that make sense so far? Are y'all following me so far? Do that make sense so far what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Okay. Now, um, he says, "You ready to go through the door?" I sit up now. And I'm like, "Yep, let's go." He opens the door, and then my friend, the female shaman, tapped me on my shoulder and say, "Hey, you good?" I was looking like, then I closed my eyes again. White was gone,
Mhm.
right? I was
Mhm.
like, he was about to take me. My mom was like, he was about to take me. But she said, "Come here outside in the yard."
Mhm.
And so I came outside in the yard and I looked at the plants and I said, "Oh my God." I could see the plants breathing. I can see them dancing and swaying,
Mhm.
right? I
Mhm.
could see that everything was vibration, everything is living, right? The walls are living, rocks,
Mhm. Mhm.
right? How can you cast things into a rock? How can a rock
Mhm.
cry out, right? So everything that you see is God.
Mhm.
Everything that you don't see is God. God represents the light and God represents the dark. God is the all. You have to have balance. You have to have duality.
Mhm.
Male, female, masculine, feminine, yin, yang, right? And so I came back in and I said, "Oh my God, this is the most beautiful thing that I've ever experienced in my life today, and I did not want it to end." Zeno, on the other hand, had channeled channel a being, and the being spoke through him, and the being spoke through him to the shaman who had lost her father,
Well, her father transitioned.
or her father transitioned.
Mhm.
And so he was speaking through Zeno, the father, to her because guess what? She was on the medicine too, and she had some intentions too, and she didn't know how her intentions was gonna show up, but she was still grieving, and so Spirit knew that her dad had to show up that night, right? I did not vomit on that medicine. I did not have to go to the bathroom on that medicine, right? That only happens sometime. Um, Now after that, I was kind of expecting for my journeys to start off like that. So now I'm waiting on the white man with the in the white room.
Mhm.
That's the expectation,
Mhm.
right? Or I'll expect the journey to start because in the beginning, a lot of times my journeys started within the first like 30 minutes when the medicine kicked in. Boom, I could see eyes, but they were, I don't know, countless eyes, right? And I know that those eyes were me. And so I expected to see those every time the medicine kicked in. But that wasn't the case. Every single journey is going to be different. You're going to have intentions, different intentions.
Mindfulness mama said I took shrooms and seen the trees
See what I'm saying?
dancing. I want to just hit on something that Sonya said a little bit earlier.
Mm-hmm.
She spoke something.
Yes.
She was saying that she saw heaven. She saw that heaven isn't in the sky. It's right here all around us. We just can't see it in the
Mm-hmm.
realm, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
If y'all on Instagram and y'all want to see the full screen, like all the stuff that we put up, the pictures, the captions. If you want to see the pictures and the captions and all the shit that we put up about this Bufo ALVARIUS, this God molecule, or any of these plant medicines, you can click the link in my bio. You can hit my Facebook link, or you can go to my YouTube link. That way, you'll be able to see the full screen on what we're doing. It's for the people on Instagram. If you're cool with looking at it like that, then be cool with what it looking like that. Now, um, as far as getting your intentions right, but not being attached to how it's going to show up, not having an expectation, right, because your mind can't fathom how it's going to show up.
Hmm.
I remember a while ago, this was like this was a while ago, me and Zeno, before we had went on a journey. See, I had been at this point, I had been training after training after training after training after training as a shaman.
Mm-hmm.
So naturally, I had been on this plant medicine, right? Way more times than Zeno. I had gone into the depths deeper, way further than Zeno,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so at that point, I was quantum leaping, uh, manifesting real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And so at that point, it was a blockage. Every time that I asked Zeno to go on a journey with me early on, he would say, "Nah, I'm good. I ain't excited about doing that." Me, I'll be like, "You ready? We about to go up in the journey, about to go up in our universe. We about to move this shit that ain't supposed to be up in there. It's time to move them blockages so we can see our way clear. You ready to go in?" Zeno be like, "Not really." And so this one time, I knew that we had some blockages. Our family had some blockages because we knew that we were supposed to be a lot further than where we were supposed to be. And I knew it wasn't me. I knew it was not me that was blocking us. I knew it
Yeah.
was Zeno ass.
Yeah.
And so I came to Zeno and I said, "Zeno, I said, our family got some blockages and you the cause."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In your relationships, y'all gotta keep it real.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to be willing to receive the real. Because that's how the shit is gonna last. You gotta be honest.
Let me say this, because here's the thing: most people that have that same response that I had when it's like people talking about a journey and think, "I'm not, I don't know," and all of that, a lot of that, most of that, primarily, right? Most of that is buried in some type of fear. You scared. You're afraid.
What's in fear? What's bitterness in fear?
The the cause of that hesitation, the cause of that not wanting to move forward and to push past, is just you're afraid.
Mm-hmm.
And also you're, I don't want to say comfortable, but, in that situation. Ultimately you are, right? By not pushing past the fear. But it is, yeah, the fear of the unknown. It is the fear of what you might experience that you don't know. It's all of that. And my thing is seeing my wife move in this realm and doors open and things happen. It's just so many signs and symbols and things clicking and lining up. Uh, in essence, these were universal laws that
Mm-hmm.
my wife was moving in.
And at that point, I can only take it so far.
Hmm.
I can only take it so far.
Hmm.
And so I came to Zeno and I said, um, our family's supposed to be much further than where it's supposed to be, and you blocking us. So what we doing is this weekend.
Mhm.
I said we going on a journey, and we going in the spirit realm, and we warring in the spirit realm to remove these blockages, the blockages that's blocking this family.
Mhm.
You excited? He was like, nope. I was like, well, it don't matter.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Cause I'm not staying stuck. I'm not doing sitting up here and doing all this work, and we supposed to be one,
Yeah.
and you not trying to do the work. Mm-mm. We going up together.
See, this is what, like this is an example.
Hmm.
Mindfulness mama said a few hours before her Reiki session, she saw this green field with a tree and a swing attached to the tree branches. It was a child on the swing and two
Hmm.
others running around the tree, chasing each other.
Hmm.
She said she was so startled when she saw it, she almost jumped out of her meditation.
Mm.
She said her body must have knew because she never seen nothing in her meditation again,
Mm.
and really didn't know what she was going to see next. So see, that's the thing, right? Like, no, you don't know, but at the end of the day, when especially there's something that's causing that hesitation, that level of fear, it's going to be tied to some trauma that you know about or you don't know about. It's going to be some dark, uh deep rooted trauma. Watch this, from either your life that your subconscious has now stored away, or are you carrying shit down from a past life?
Remember, y'all, I said this was early on,
Hmm.
and my intentions, right? My intentions, his intentions, was to go in and to heal and to remove the blockages that are stopping us from getting to the next level. Period. Right? We already know that at this point, we can't have no expectations of how it's going to show up.
Right.
Right? I have been on too many journeys to even think about the expectation.
Yeah.
Right?
Hmm.
And so remember, you cannot be attached to how it's going to show up. Usually the medicine takes about 30 minutes to kick in, sometimes 40, sometimes 45, but it can kick in as quick as like 15 to 20 minutes. Usually the one that kicks in on the fastest is the one that got to do the most work. And so Zeno, that damn medicine kicked in on him in 10 minutes. It hadn't even kicked in on me yet. And when the
Hmm.
medicine kicked in, the medicine immediately said, it's time to talk. Zeno was like, I'm ready to talk. I was like, you ready to talk?
Yeah, I'm ready to come clean
I'm
now.
ready to come clean. This is what he said. I'm ready to come clean. The
Yeah.
medicine had got him just like that.
Truth serum, flat
Truth
out.
serum.
Free. You want to be free? Do you want to be free, or do you want to be tied to this deception that you've been dancing with for years?
Hmm. And so remember, back then we was working really, really hard to make sure that uh, his health was number one. So it's a lot of things that he was supposed to be abstaining from, and one of them was drinking alcohol. And so he got caught up drinking alcohol, and he wasn't telling me.
Yeah, and I didn't really. Here's the thing: I didn't even really know why I was doing it. I was just having this urge to just be like, "Yo, I wanna drink."
It's because you was looking at me, and you was
Mm-hmm.
looking at the
Mm-hmm.
levels that I was going,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody are mirrors,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
right?
looking at
And when
myself.
somebody go up
Mm-hmm.
or somebody go down, a mirror pops up and it's looking back at you. So you're gonna automatically put yourself in that position,
Yeah.
and he start to feel like, damn,
That was definitely part of it too,
that
for
was
sure.
definitely part of it, right?
Hmm.
And so he told me, look, yup, I was drinking, whatever, blah, 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 blah.
Hmm.
So I was like, oh, okay. It hurt my feelings.
Hmm.
Cause I was like, you mean to tell me all this research that I've been doing, all this work that I've been putting in,
Hmm.
dude, I can't want this more than what you wanted.
Yeah, yeah. And I saw
I
her.
can't want you to live more than what you want to live.
I saw her spirit too, like because we in a spirit realm
Yeah.
at this point. I saw her. Her spirit was crushed. It was totally slumped over. I saw her spirit like, oh, I can't believe you did this to me. Woo! When I saw that, especially because that's the thing, like when you come clean and you tell the truth about something, in your mind, you just want things to just fly by really quickly. It's
Mm-hmm.
like, yo, I did my part, but no, there's a course that has to run.
Mm-hmm.
And so part of that journey was her grieving, me feeling sorrow, and at the same time, making a commitment. This is now in the spiritual realm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm making a commitment now to not ever do that again, to actually walk in a level of love for my partner because I didn't even see it that way in the
Mm-hmm.
natural realm, right? Here it is, we fighting a diagnosis, and I'm sneaking out and I'm drinking alcohol that could take me out of here. But I'm saying I love my wife. No, you don't. And to come to that reality, to deal with that, to honestly just be like, yo, I'm gonna tell you the truth because I can't do this anymore. Right? So then it's not just, oh, I'm not gonna do this anymore. No, you have to make that commitment now to do something different.
Mm-hmm. Because now the medicine has opened you up and revealed
Hmm.
to you what it is. It done
Hmm.
taught you what it is.
Hmm.
And so now the most important thing after that is integration.
Oh man.
Anytime you do a plant medicine retreat, a plant medicine ceremony,
Hmm.
earth medicine, a venom, or whatever you want to
Hmm.
call it,
Hmm.
integration is key, right? And that is the things that you learned, how you implement
Yes.
that back into your life. How do you
Yes.
continue to vibrate high? Because one thing is for sure, and two
Hmm.
things is for certain,
Hmm.
that your vibration is gonna raise high.
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm.
It's gonna be higher than it has ever been before in your life after you go on a journey.
Hmm.
Because guess what? You done just put some work in, at least if it was a psilocybin,
Right.
right?
Hmm.
Bufo.
Oh well, let me say this too,
Mhm.
just for
Just talk
the
for a minute so I can eat my
yeah,
my
because you're hungry.
noodles.
It's okay. Yeah, and just for the sake of you know, sincerely letting you guys know the end of that story, right? Because there's definitely an end to that
Oh
story.
yeah, for sure.
First of all, let me ask you this: how long was that
This was some
since?
years. Oh no,
Years,
years. This was
right?
years ago. But
Right. Hold on,
okay.
because I'm going somewhere.
Oh okay.
The mere fact that she just answered my question, right? She said it was years. That's okay, because it's the truth, right?
Amanda says I'm in tears.
Yeah. Listen, this medicine is powerful, and so are we as human beings. And once I came in alignment with, I will never betray my wife in that way or that manner again. Because I say I love my wife, I do. I love her. I'll never do anything to contradict me, um, you know, proving that in a way to where I do things to promote my life and not destroy my life. Since that journey, which has been years ago, when I tell you because of your heart's intention,
Mm-hmm.
you aligning yourself with your thoughts, your heart, your mind, you send out a vibration and a frequency that then goes out so strong into the universe that it could physically
Mm-hmm.
change your DNA.
It is creating new neural pathways in the body. It is able to in the brain.
Listen, I used to, when we used to be, this was during the time too, when I was sneaking and doing, and it'd be like, oh, we finna go to the grocery store. Okay, cool. And then we go down one of them cool aisles where the freezers that got all of
His ass.
the alcohol. right? All of the bottles of beer and everything. We walking, I'm pushing the cart, and
Your
I'm
ass was probably
staring like
shaking. You probably was shaking.
while I was out there. I haven't had an inkling of it. It's like I ain't never took a drink ever in my life. I haven't had an inkling of a desire
Excuse me.
to want to drink any alcohol.
And I do want to say this too. Another part of him drinking and not knowing at that point why, it was because it was also in his DNA.
That's what I'm saying.
Passed down in the bloodline.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, you going to get beers, but your grandma was giving you beer since you was a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Sipping on it.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was passed down.
Now, ask yourself, what has been passed down to you that you're aware of?
Some people, well, shit, all people trauma.
Yeah. But I'm saying, like, specifically, like, you know, you dealing with some health issues, and the doctor then put you on prescriptions, and it's looking kind of crazy, but yet you still find yourself rolling up in a drive-through somewhere where you ain't supposed to be, or stopping at a gas station and grabbing some bags of some junk or some stuff that you ain't supposed to have, or whatever it is. I am Tarita says self-limiting beliefs. See,
yeah, didn't she say something earlier we were supposed to get to? She said something earlier.
We did.
We did? I don't think we did. You sure?
Did. We still haven't gotten to Sonya though. That's what you're thinking about.
No, I thought we was just talking about Sonya.
No.
Okay.
We didn't
if we didn't answer your question.
Well, she didn't have a question. She had a statement.
Oh, it was a statement.
It rolled off of something else that you were talking about. Got it. Real good.
Okay.
But think about that, right? And if it's plaguing you in your life, that's a battle. That's something that you're dealing with. You know, that's a blockage. That's something that is preventing you from vibrating much higher than you could be. You know that, right? Your higher self, if you want, I'm just gonna be real. If you on this live, if you happen to bump into this live 9 times out of 10, your higher self is trying to nudge your ass to a higher frequency and a higher vibration, a higher place and call in life. That's just really how this is.
Yeah.
Okay. And I can tell you, it's a law. It's another universal law. We're going to end up teaching on some of those things too, cosmic and universal laws.
Yeah.
Right? So my whole thing is, see, here it is. We got it.
Yeah, you answered it indirectly. I appreciate both of you two bouncing off one another. It's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The thing about it is that hopefully you got a partner that can, you know what I'm saying, call you to the mat and just be like, yo, you holding everything up, bruh. Like, you see me over here putting this work in, and you saying that, you know, yo, like, we want to achieve this and we want to do this and all of that, but you not putting in this work that it takes in order for us to go further. That's love.
Yeah. I always said to my husband, we ain't living the life of coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Yeah.
We not. We not doing no damn. Oh, I wish I coulda did this. Oh, I shoulda did this. Oh no, we not doing no woulda, coulda, shoulda. We not getting older and say I wish I had a.
Boy, that's a dreadful life.
No,
that's a dreadful life.
Why would I do that? I'm going to go inside of my universe. I'm going to remove all the blockages that need to be removed. I'm going to heal the things that need to be healed. God is going to reveal to me that things that need to be changed, fixed, worked on, gave attention to. What's priority about your universe? Whether that's shadow work, going inside and dealing with your shadow self, your dark self, the self that you want to hide from other people, parts about yourself that you don't like, the thoughts that go up and on in your head when you looking in the mirror.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So just real quick, I just need to go back and hit on this, what Sonya was saying as far as heaven.
Oh, yes. My bad.
Right. It's okay. It's all good. As far as heaven, she said that she saw that heaven isn't in the sky. It's right here all around us. We just can't see it right in the realm. Now, that's good. So this is why I know, like, I know I do these
Thank
things
y'all
for
for
some.
these likes and these happy faces and these hearts and
Right.
all that good stuff.
So heaven, just the concept period of heaven. Heaven is described in many different ways. It's basically all relative in the same thing from different religious perspectives and, you know what I'm saying, different spiritual practices, right? So this one is really, really close to what most people that, you know, went into the Christian faith know what heaven is. Okay. It's called paradise. Paradise means heaven. Heaven as the ultimate abode or place of the just, the upright. But the etymology of the origin of the word is the Garden of Eden. Basically, that's symbolic because it takes you back to a place where before what they say sin was or this level of knowing, you went back to a pure state.
Yes.
Right? A state of innocence. So that's what heaven is supposed to be.
And can I say that Bufo has taken me to the
That's
Garden
where
of
I'm
Eden.
going. That's where I'm going.
Bufo has taken me to a lot of different realms.
That's where that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like, all right. So
did we just do high five on live?
No, we didn't do a high five. That was just like a little play. Like
that was a play. Oh, okay. So we just get it play. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So now here's another one. Y'all heard of the term nirvana? Nirvana is a term.
We ain't talking about the rock group.
Right. Yeah, I said the term, not the band. The term, right, is used in Buddhism, and it means a transcendent state in which there is neither suffering, desire, nor sense of self, and the subject, meaning the person, is released from the effects of karma and the cycle of death and rebirth. It represents the final goal of a Buddhist. Okay. That sounds like...
Can I say Bufo?
Exactly.
Because it is literally a death. Right? It is an ego death.
Right.
And then you go with God, and then what happens? Now it's a rebirth.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. So now you're seeing that, oh shit, I'm on my way back down.
Yeah.
I'm going back down. Really? God, I'm not ready to come back. Yes. I want to stay up here with you. I want to feel this feeling forever.
Oh my gosh. Here's another
Wait,
one.
you mean to tell me this where the ancestors are?
Right.
Wait. Oh my God. It's like you do not sometimes want to come back. Exactly. But now it's time for you to come back through the portal. Yeah. Now it is a rebirth. And so what happens when babies are born, when babies are birthed, when they come through the door crying? Wham, 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 right? When people come back from Bufo, is wham, wham, wham.
Yes.
I'm not even joking. Can anybody
testify to that?
Can anybody testify to that?
Yeah, right? That's real, right?
Because it's a surrender, right? You tap into source, the all, the I am, which you are the I am also.
So I put it up there. I got just two more examples of what Sonia was talking about.
And if if anybody wants to see, like anybody on Instagram wants to see the full screen, what we're doing, the pictures, the words, all the things, the information, all of that we putting up, then hop on my Facebook and hey Blue,
what up, Blue?
Or hop up on my YouTube. You can click the link in my bio and scroll down to the bottom, and you can either click the Facebook link or you can click the YouTube link, and then you'll be able to see the full screen of what we're doing.
Yes.
Okay.
So now here's another word. What is bliss? Bliss. See, we hear these words, we don't necessarily really know what they mean per se. We just all kind of clump it in.
Like a definition.
It's a feel good.
It's like a definition.
Right.
Yeah.
So the origin of the word is to attain.
Oh, hey Tanya, I'm late. I'm late as hell. Janetta says she watching with Tanya, and I just saw the text. Hey girl, you been eating the way you supposed to be eating. You get your mindset right. Okay. So hold on, you've been eating what you. supposed to be eating and not eating what you ain't supposed to be eating to make sure that you get yourself ready for your journey. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and
Okay.
hop on YouTube,
Okay.
Yolanda. So again, the origin of the word bliss is to attain or exist in a state of perfect happiness.
Yeah. And plus on the YouTube or the Facebook, you'll be able to see both of us good. Because right now all you can see is one of Zeno's eyes. Your
Ah,
head already little as hell.
okay.
So for it to
Hey,
be
that's
cut in half. I know
hey.
I don't have no big head, so we can clearly get both our heads from under these feathers.
What is euphoria? Y'all heard of that, right? Okay. So the dictionary version of that is a feeling or a state of intense excitement and happiness. But the origin, the etymology of the word is a condition of feeling healthy and comfortable,
Mm.
having the power of enduring easily to carry. Now, watch
Mm-hmm.
this. My wife explained earlier about her first journey on Bufo. Nirvana, bliss, paradise, and euphoria were the words that were spoken in my first Bufo experience.
Like literally,
Yeah,
he spoke them out
yeah,
while he was on Bufo.
yeah. But it was I was you could hear me. I was
Yeah,
speaking it out.
I heard you. Yeah,
Well, then that means
don't say it how you
I'm
was
not.
saying
No,
it,
I
because the
was
way he
speak.
be saying it, I'll be
It's
like,
scary.
look,
It's scary to you.
no, it ain't scary. It's just I don't.
What?
Y'all know how I'm gonna keep it 100, and it probably don't matter what I'm about to say, but I'm
Mhm,
still gonna say it.
mhm.
I don't be liking the inflection of how you be saying it. Like, just say you was saying bliss. You was saying what's the other
You don't even
words?
know what I was getting ready to say right
No,
here.
wait
Like
a
you
minute.
speaking on a
Hold on.
previous situation
No,
or situations that made you feel some kind of way.
no,
Y'all,
because I know
y'all saw that
your ass
projection.
will bring up the same thing.
Shit, we talking about the same
I
thing.
know we talking. Wait.
And if I'm telling the truth, it's gonna be the same thing. It's not gonna be
Okay, no, it can be the same thing, but I
different.
don't want you to say it how you said it.
Great. Which again, you
Cause he
didn't
all like,
know.
I'm like, no.
Yeah,
You say
it
it like that every
was.
time. No.
It was like that. However, my whole point is that those four words were spoken to me in the journey.
Yes.
And if you really go back and you look at what we put up on the screen, that's exactly what you're feeling
Mm-hmm.
when you're on your Bufo experience.
Mm-hmm.
You're feeling like there's no suffering. You don't have a desire. There's no sense of self. The ego is dead.
Mm-hmm.
You are released from any effects of good and bad, whatever, because it's
Mm-hmm.
all love there.
It's all
The
love.
cycle of death and rebirth, you're moving in that. It's like that's the nothingness. You're in the nothingness. So there's nothing there. There's no death, no nothing. And when you come back, it's a rebirth.
You better teach.
You know what I'm saying?
You better
Like
no. You better because did he just break that down?
euphoria and what is it?
He
I'm just
broke that
saying
down. You broke that down.
an intense level or state of excitement and happiness. Now imagine you aren't able to contain all of those feelings in one for 5 hours straight. No, that's because we're in this fleshly suit. We in this temple. But when we go back, right, to where we come from and who we really are, it's not just where we come from. We are a part of source. So it
Mm-hmm.
is what we are.
Mm-hmm.
We are bliss and nirvana and euphoria. We are paradise and heaven. We are all of that. It's inside of us
Mm-hmm.
already. So this whole thing, wow, which could lead off into a whole lot of other teachings that eventually I'll end up doing, I guess, myself. You know what I'm saying? About this perspective of religion and how it has you look at the opposite from a different perspective. Look towards the outside of yourself. Yes, God is on the outside of us, but God is also on the inside of us, right? And taking or experiencing Bufo, you'll never forget it.
Hmm.
You'll never
Let
forget
me
it.
say something
Mhm.
even more about ego to explain the difference. See, earlier the question was asked, what's the difference between expectation
Mhm.
and intuition
No, and
and
intentions. Mhm.
intentions.
Mhm.
Now I want to talk about the difference between ego and intuition.
Hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
because this plays a role in your life.
Mhm.
This is the reason why before you meet God, the God molecule, Bufo ALVARIUS, and you connect with the I am, there has to be a death of the ego, right? Because what the ego does is
Mhm.
it tends to be the voice of fear. I'm gonna wait for
Mhm.
Zeno to stop.
No, you can keep going.
No, I can't.
You gotta learn how to do that.
No, I don't gotta learn how to do
Okay,
that.
well then stop.
I'm stopping
I love you.
because he over here tapping, and when he be
Hmm.
typing, I can't think straight. So I'm gonna let him finish typing his titles.
Wow. You talking about titles?
What you typing? What questions, answers,
Yes.
definitions,
All of that and the
all of the
above.
above?
Yes.
Okay, how long you got?
Shit, when I'm done, it shouldn't be long.
How you gonna start typing?
Uh-huh.
What you typing? Anyway, ego.
Wow. So now you're gonna play like what I'm typing ain't
I'm
got
gonna
no.
try.
Thank you. Oh, I'm so proud of you.
I'm gonna try
Thank you.
to keep going
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
while you over here clacking and tacking.
Yes.
The ego, y'all, it tends to be the voice of fear,
Mm-hmm.
and the ego will have your ass caught up in the loop. Right? I just did some content on it actually not too long ago. But do anybody in here know what the loop is? I'm gonna see if anybody know what the loop is. I'm gonna give you a second. You. Any of y'all know what the loop is?
So why they trying to figure that out? Yeah, that's what I typed. So what is the ego? It's a part of the mind that mediates between the conscious and the unconscious and is responsible for reality, right? And a sense of personal identity. I just had to give y'all that.
Okay.
So that is the makeup of who you think you are. And you go, oh, this is real. This isn't real. This is why my wife can say that on Bufo. You find out, oh my gosh, all this shit ain't even real.
It really ain't.
Because your ego then told you that this is the truth, and this is the truth, and this is what this is, and this is what this is.
When
No.
you have a loved one that has passed on, um, and you experience Bufo, you may be grieving them. You experience Bufo, you like, oh my God, they
Mm-hmm.
made it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
It's like
why?
Louisiana. Celebrate like a
That
mother.
don't even compare. Don't
Yeah.
even try to
You
compare
celebrate.
New
No, don't.
Orleans celebrating
Yeah, you
to the
celebrate.
celebrating that you get with Bufo.
Yes, you celebrate. You just said you happy that your
But
loved
you
one
ain't no boom.
transitioned.
I was kind of dancing a little bit
Come on
on
now.
Bufo. Anyway, um, did anybody answer? Pull up some other comments. Did anybody answer what they feel like the loop is?
Well, I can only pull up what they putting down.
And if they ain't putting up what they putting down, then don't nobody want to
Okay,
try.
there you go. See, Heather
Okay,
just
here
said,
we
yeah, it's a
go.
celebration when you know when you've been on Bufo and you know what it is, and a loved one is transition. It's a celebration.
Yeah, it
There's
is.
nothing to grieve per se.
And she said, hamster wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because that loop of the ego, the loop that the ego has you caught up in will have your ass set in your comfort zone. Your comfort zone is waking up every day and doing the same thing every single day. Maybe doing a little something on the weekends or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you're not going no higher. year after year after year after year, you stuck in the same shit. When do you decide that it's time for you to jump your ass off the hamster wheel onto the loop? The intuition,
You said wait
no,
to
not the
jump
loop,
your ass onto the hamster wheel from the hamster wheel onto the loop. You mean the spiral?
the spiral. That's what I meant to say. Off the loop.
There you go. Oh, there you go. So
What?
Yolanda said the loop is then going around in circles.
Yeah, the loop is going around in circles, the hamster wheel,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you want to jump off the loop and hop on the spiral.
Yeah.
Your intuition is going to get your ass on the spiral,
Mm-hmm.
right? Your
Mm-hmm.
intuition is that gentler inner voice, right? That it guides you with love and it ignites that fire in those deep desires that's inside of you. You're supposed to be able to trust that inner compass that's slowly but surely nudging you. It's nudging you, and then the ego shows up. Fear. What about this? What about that? Or you go and tell somebody something because you're excited about what your intuition has given you. You're excited about what God has revealed to you, and then they start projecting how they feel because you done became a mirror and they looking at they self.
Mm-hmm.
They talking to you,
Mm-hmm.
but they looking at their self. They're speaking from their perspective. Ah, I wouldn't do that because what about this or what about that?
Mm-hmm.
I got so many people that has been on this medicine and they've gone on these journeys and the medicine has told them to move to California. I ain't told nobody to move to California, but the medicine did show me that they ass was gonna be in California,
For sure.
right? And so I'm gonna tell you what the medicine say.
Mm-hmm.
And all of them has said, nah. Most of them,
Right.
90% of them was like,
Mm-hmm.
nah, I don't know
Mm-hmm.
about that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right.
That's all I can say. Right. But at the same time, they've decided to push past that fear, to jump off the loop and then jump on the spiral because the spiral is what's going to cause you to slowly but surely uh that is going to cause that evolution, right? The point is to ascend, not to descend, and not to stay still.
Right.
Because you only have a certain time on this earth to learn the lessons that you're supposed to learn.
Right. I mean, can I just say this? Because when you think about that, and I love that example that you gave,
Which one?
the circle and the spiral, because the circle is
Loop and
this
the spiral. Circle, loop,
same
same
thing,
thing.
right? Okay, so the loop is a circle, and you just going around an endless motion of the same distance over and it's the same thing over and over and over and over again. But a spiral is ever expanding. There's no ending to it if you continue to what? Move. It'll just get bigger and the spiral will get bigger and the spiral will get bigger. That's a beautiful example of how this really is set up.
I'm gonna tell y'all. um, I'm gonna give you some examples, right, of the loops and the spirals from like our lives. Okay. Different times where we were on the loop and then different times we were on the spiral.
Mm,
And I'll use like our life as an example,
mhm,
right? Okay, so Zeno, I've been knowing Zeno my whole life, right?
mhm.
Um back in the day he used to rap,
Yeah,
right? He's always been a singer, but
I was
he
pretty
didn't
good
decide. Yeah, he was real good.
for real.
I still remember your raps to this day. Don't
Oh
even
man,
front on me.
man. So you was my
Yeah,
biggest fan.
LCZ, wasn't that your name?
Yeah, low calorie
It
Z.
stood for low calorie Z.
That's what's up.
Yeah, so I remember all that,
We talking
right?
the '80s. So just
Do
birthing it.
I used to choreograph his routines
For sure.
for the damn talent shows.
Yeah,
That's how far
yeah,
we go back,
yeah,
right?
yeah. And
And
we was
sometimes I
killing.
would dance on the stage with you.
We was killing them talent shows. So,
Listen,
yeah,
all right, anyway. So, um, he was rapping and he was in a group, and so he was doing talent show after talent show after talent show after talent show,
Mm-hmm.
right? Rehearsal after rehearsal after rehearsal after rehearsal. Even though he was doing something that he loved to do, he was on a loop.
Mm-hmm.
He was on the loop of doing the same thing over and over again. He was on that hamster wheel, right? Guess what? His intuition spoke to him. And when his intuition spoke to him, he decided to jump off the loop and hop on the spiral. I'm not rapping no more. I'm singing. And not only am I singing, I'm
Mm-hmm.
getting ready to leave Detroit and I'm getting ready to go and I'm going to get signed to that manager, going to Motown,
Mm-hmm.
right? So now he's actually putting that work and now he's in the loop, right? He's in the spiral. Now he's in the spiral. Thank you. Look, always correct me because I'm in the zone right now.
Right.
So now he's in the spiral back. Thank you. Thank you. Got my
Wow.
back.
Thank you.
Looking at something that says, so how do you know when you learn your lesson or fulfill your purpose on this earth? We'll get to that. We'll
Mhm.
definitely get to that.
That's a good question too.
Yeah. So now he jumped off of that. So he jumped off of the loop onto the spiral. So now he went boom, did exactly what he said he was going to do. He was going to get that specific manager, right? Boom. He got the deal with Motown, right? And then boom, they got comfortable. They got
Yes.
comfortable and they got caught back up on the loop, not wanting to expand their mindset,
Mm-hmm.
wanting to stay stuck in the past, not wanting to move forward, which caused them to get on the loop, get back on the loop. Now they on the hamster wheel. So after going through, we ain't gonna explain all of that. I'm gonna fast forward years, end up coming back to Michigan
Mm-hmm.
and coming in, going in the corporate world, working in the corporate world. Now he is every day going to work with a suit on,
Mm-hmm.
dealing with the public,
Yeah.
all of that kind of shit. And now I'm in a loop. I'm an esthetician. So I built a very large clientele. So guess what? I'm going to work because you don't work, you don't eat, right? And so at that time when I was 16, I said I was never working for anybody else. I was going to work for myself. So I did what I was supposed to do to make sure that I could do that, to be able to sustain myself. But I would look at Zeno because Zeno was not doing something that he loved. I was doing it. I was an esthetician. Even though I was caught up in the loop, I was still doing something that I loved, and I was still doing something I was supposed to be doing because it was in the spa industry. It was still healing people. It was still doing it. It was essentially a training ground for me,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because it taught me some things already about the mental space. Because
Yeah.
everybody lay on their table tell you business,
Not
right?
on your table.
On my table,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Well, usually like a lot of people's tables. You know what I'm saying? But the table is just that. The table. You lay back. And I made it real comfortable in there for them too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
So it was conducive.
So people was able to lay on my table and release. Some people didn't want to go home. And some people stayed to me for 15 or 20 years.
Yeah.
I'm doing that for 15 or 20 years. I'm not going up in the spiral. I'm looking at Zeno, and Zeno ain't happy. He coming home, he's stressed out. The job is running him ragged. And I had to say, listen, somebody about to hop off the damn even though I didn't know that that's what it was back then, right? I said, baby, not happy. You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Mhm.
You need to be moving free. They don't need to be telling you what time you need to go to work,
Hey.
what time you need to hey,
You know who that
uh
is?
oh hey. I need to be telling you what time to go to work. You know what I mean? Because all you're doing is you're spending your life, giving your life to a company that don't give a damn about you. care about the stress that they putting on you. Don't care about the pressure that they putting on you, or none of that. And matter of fact, that you're allowing them to put on you every time you decide to go there. So go on, hop off the loop. Now we're in Michigan and we find ourselves in a loop again,
Huh.
right? Now he's working at General Motors and I'm still an esthetician at the spot.
Mm-hmm.
My whole life I felt like I was living in Detroit the
Shit,
whole
you were.
time.
Mm-hmm.
No, I thought I was going to live there forever.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
never felt like I was going to move or live anywhere. Zeno had already lived in Atlanta. Zeno had already lived in California, all of that, right? But me, I was like, mm. At one point, I was like, well, if you want to go to Atlanta, then you can go to Atlanta. I'll stay here and I'm going to hold it down here in Detroit and we'll visit each other. That's how tough it was for me, where I was like, I'm not moving from Detroit. But I heard my intuition say, you want to move to California.
Mm-hmm.
So I immediately spoke to Zeno. I said, hey, babe, you want to move to California? Mind you, I've never said anything like this to him before. And immediately he was like, let's go. We decided to jump off the loop and onto the spiral. So now we said, what's the date? We immediately came up with the date. This was in January. We came up with the date, and the date was October 1st. So in February, we started packing. We didn't know where we were going to live. We didn't know none of the stuff we was going to do, right? Where we was going to work, where we was going to make money, because I had a day spa and a whole clientele that I was literally giving away,
You gave it away. Mm-hmm.
right? So I knew that I was giving that away. So what we going to do when we go out here?
Mm-hmm.
It didn't matter.
Right.
All I knew is we was going to be much higher than we were when we was in Detroit. Now, little did I know that when I moved to California, the plan was not to come back to even see my clients. The plan was to get my clients away, get a spa away, and then just come out here in California and live. But unfortunately, the person that I left my clients with didn't do them right. And they begged me to come back for 6 months. After that, I started going back to Michigan. And I was going back to Michigan. At first, I was going back to Michigan every 3 weeks, which caused me some time to go back every twice a month. And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
that's too much. So I went back every 4 weeks for about 10 years. And so in that, I'm studying, I'm healing, I'm doing all of this stuff. And so now my intuition has spoke to me and said, it's time for you to start the retreats.
Mm-hmm.
And my ego, the fear that showed up, said, start the retreats. Like, what if don't nobody come? That's not a guarantee.
Hmm.
Um, you going back to Michigan and working for those 3 days allowed you to not have to get a job out here in LA, and y'all know LA is not cheap, right? And so I was holding on to ego for a minute, but I still knew that I was gonna listen to my intuition, right? Prolong it maybe,
Right.
but I was gonna listen to it. So intuition started speaking loudly. It's time for you to do the retreat. So I planned for a whole year, and I knew my time was coming to an end. The year that I planned for the retreats, the following year I started doing the retreats
Mm-hmm.
in March of that year. In January of that year, it was Spirit has said, this is your last year coming back. So make sure you tell your people.
Mm-hmm.
I prolonged telling them. I don't even think I started telling them until like September. But I was making they know I was gonna make sure they was in good hands. They know they were in good hands when I definitely left this time. But I had to start telling them. Listen, y'all think that I'm here all this time to do y'all eyebrows, make sure y'all skin look good, make sure y'all look pretty and all that, but really I'm here to help set y'all free. And for the ones that's gonna see it, they gonna see it, and the ones that don't, they won't. And so I'm cool either way, but just to let you know, this is my last year coming back. And this is what I said to all my clients.
Mhm.
That exact spiel. So the next client came in. It was the
Mhm.
same exact thing, right? Y'all think I'm here for blah blah blah, right? Same thing. So the time started getting closer, and now ego is showing up, fear is showing up. Oh, it's getting closer to December. What you gonna do? I might hold on for a little while longer.
Hmm.
God said, the more you come back, every time you come back to Detroit, you're holding on to an old dream.
Mhm.
Essentially, I'm in the loop. I'm on the hamster wheel because now every 4 weeks, I got to live my life around these 4 weeks. I got to schedule everything that I'm scheduling
Mhm.
around these 4 weeks. I cannot be free to move how I'm supposed to be able to move, right?
Right.
Was I afraid? Hell yeah, I was afraid. But when there's fear, is freedom on the other side of fear. So God said, give up that old dream in order to get the new dream.
Mhm.
You can't get the new dream when you holding on to the old dream.
Right.
You can't get the new you when you holding on to the old you.
Mhm.
You can't get the freedom when you holding on to fear. So guess what? December of that year was the last time.
Mhm.
The last time.
Mhm.
And I don't know, some of y'all may have been watching us throughout the years, but if you have, you've witnessed the
Mhm.
spiral.
See, and I'm not saying that my wife hasn't mentioned this within the story because it's a whole lot to it. We can
It's
go
a
on for
whole lot.
we can go on for
Because
hours,
we got to
days
get
and
back to
days and
this
days and
medicine.
days, right? But the thing is that again, what we ended up doing, witnessing and realizing and learning and being exposed to again, which is something that we are going to teach on. I gotta mention it, which is cosmic and universal laws. One that was really prevalent was the law of synchronicity. The
Hmm.
law of synchronicity. What is that? I'm more than sure you guys have experienced that as well.
Hmm.
The law of synchronicity. It is events connected by pattern or meaning opposed to just time, right?
Hmm.
There's a communication between the universe, which comes in the forms of symbols and codes. They have a cryptic message that has to be solved with your soul aligning with the Great Spirit.
Hmm.
Okay? This is how you get the answers.
Wait, okay.
I'm
Wait,
not
hold
done.
on. Okay.
Almost there. Now, watch this, because this is how you get the answers.
If y'all want to see what we looking at on YouTube, on Instagram, by all means, click the link in my bio, scroll all the way down to the bottom, and go to our Facebook or go to our YouTube. You'll be able to see. You won't just see the two fellas over our head. You'll see part of the damn legs,
Right,
but you'll be able to see the stuff that we're putting up, on the screen. So that's
right.
something you want to if you want to do that. If not, you can stay
Okay.
on
Now,
Instagram.
there's a reason that Spirit had me do all of this, right? Because again, this is the continuation of the cosmic or universal law of synchronicity. In order for you to get these answers sometime, especially if you're stuck, right, in the loop, it is all forms of divination. And I'm going to break that down real quick. This is a universal law. All forms of divination are based on the laws of synchronicity. And there's several reasons for manifesting a certain condition or circumstance. It's coinciding with one, the law of economics. Now, I'm not going to break down the law of economics. I'm going to break down what divination is because people get a little scared. But in order for you to even be able to pay attention to the signs, the signals, and the codes, and an easier way for you to be able to get these answers, right? What is divination? Now, It is the etymology, which is the origin of the word divination, the act of foretelling by supernatural or magical means, discovering what is hidden or obscure. The law of synchronicity, if you're starting to be able to tell that, oh my gosh, that billboard just was right in line with a major question that I had. That was really weird. I went to a restaurant to get a salad. I'm gonna be nice. I went to a restaurant to get a salad, and the person that was standing next to me started talking to me about the very thing that I was looking at the billboard, and it gave me some more information. Right, the power of foreseeing prediction to be inspired by God to shine. That means to be illuminated. If you don't actually know how to get these answers yourself, then what are you going to do? You're going to go to someone or you're going to seek out a tool that can be used in order for you to get the answers.
Mhm. Can I say something?
Okay.
Um, go
Hmm.
back up to not the law, right? Of when you talk about synchronicity, signs and
Hmm.
synchronicities.
Okay.
Okay, some signs and synchronicities I can't tell y'all,
What, the first
but
part of it?
no, mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
No, just signs and synchronicities. Like
Yeah.
when you follow your intuition.
Hmm.
Period. Even when you don't follow your intuition, life is not happening to you; it's happening for you.
Right.
And the quicker that you come into that knowledge, the better you will be.
Exactly.
Right?
Mhm.
Life is not happening to you, it's happening for you. And when you listen to your intuition and push past the fear part of the ego
Mhm.
to move into what you start to move into, then the universe starts to meet you where you at. Right? Because now as you're moving, you manifest when you move.
Right.
You don't manifest when you stay still, when you stay blocked, when you stay stagnant.
I gotta say this because how are you going to be able to even be aware of the signs if you are clogged up? You got toxicity running all through your body. Your brain can't even think straight. It's all foggy. You're not moving. You're not moving in any type of healing modalities. You just going through the mundaneness of
Well, let me
life.
say this. Well, sometimes you still can, right? When your intuition speaks loud enough,
Mhm.
right? Think about it. Now, we was on the bullshit. We was eating the bullshit. We was vibrating low before we even moved out here to Cali. Even though we had made the decision to move.
Mhm.
We did not sit down. We ain't think about dates. We ain't think about none of that,
Mhm.
right? When he said when we moving, immediately I said October 1st, right? Zeno was working at General Motors, and but he didn't know that that position that he was working in was a temporary.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna tell you how that played out. Life is not happening to you, it's happening for you. Then you have to see the signs and the synchronicities, right? That you're moving in the right direction, right? So we said, we're gonna move, we're gonna go October 1st. Boom. I said, babe, don't tell your job. I said, we're gonna wait to the last minute. We're gonna tell them about 2 weeks before we leave, you give them a 2 week notice. Because it's a lot of people that want to work at GM. And they may be like, you can leave now, and we need this money to move. So
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
just had to keep
Mhm.
it 100.
Mhm.
Like, don't tell them a damn. And so I didn't even realize. So now we're in the thick of the things. Now is maybe like March or April. Now I have to think about the things that we have to start closing out.
Mhm.
Now I have to go and I have to look and see when my lease is up for the spa. I look, my lease is up on the 30th of September. Remember, we had already said October 1st, meaning perfect timing,
Mhm.
right? Now, fast forward to July. I'm like, oh, Zeno got to be able to help me get this furniture. When is he gonna be able to help me pack this stuff up and get this furniture out of here? So in July, they have a meeting and they tell them that that this position that they have is temporary and that their last day of work is September the 28th,
Mhm.
right? So now Zeno don't even gotta tell them
Mhm.
and get no 2 week notice.
Right.
Now he can work all the way up and now he can even make that money for them 2 weeks.
Right.
Right?
Mhm.
Perfect timing. I'll go ahead and I'll pack up what I need to pack up. When you ain't at work, you can come up here and help me pack up.
Right.
And then we got a couple days to pack up. You know what I'm saying? You got
Mhm.
the 29th and the 30th to get all our stuff up out of this spot. My
That's
stuff,
it.
right? That we taking to California.
Right.
So now we're moving. Signs and signals. Life is not happening to you, it's happening for you. It's time for us to pick up our moving truck. We reserved a 24-footer with a flatbed on the back so that we can take our truck.
Yeah.
We get there and Zeno comes out and he got an attitude.
Mhm.
We still got this on video. We
Right.
still got this on video somewhere on YouTube because we
Uh-huh.
video all of the whole thing, the trip, all of that stuff. When we first moved out here, we video
Mhm.
all of that. And he comes out and I'm like, what's wrong? He was like, they said they don't even have no 24 footers no more. They sold out. All they got is 26 footers. So we got to get a 26 footer. Now we in the car with an attitude,
Exactly.
right? Because
Exactly. All
we
right.
driving to Cali. It's
Yeah.
3 days.
Yep.
3 days, right? Everything aligned. She said
Mhm.
everything aligned.
Mhm.
Exactly. 3 days. We like, okay, I got an attitude. Cause I'm like, now we gonna be on the road, our furniture gonna be flopping around, this and that, blah, 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 blah. But
Mhm.
we didn't have a choice because you just can't get that size like that, boom, at the last minute. We
Right.
had to go with the 26 footer.
Mhm.
So now we get home and we're packing up the truck. Damn, guess what? If we would have had that 24 footer, we wouldn't have had enough room for our furniture
At all.
at all
Yeah.
because that 26 footer had our furniture packed all the way up to the
Perfectly.
door,
Perfectly. It was like Tetris. Perfectly.
right? Now we bought a lot of new stuff, that we was taking with us that had to get assembled. So we didn't want
Mhm.
to move in and say we sleeping on the floor. So let's um go to a hotel for a week
Right.
and then go over and start putting the stuff together, right?
Mhm.
So now we got to find a hotel. Now it's attracted to me. Somebody reached out to me and
Mhm.
told me that they work at a hotel
Mhm.
and they said, "Oh shit, I can get you a hotel free breakfast for a whole week." You know how much money we paid in that nice ass hotel? Was it in Burbank, California?
Yeah. Mhm.
$20 a night.
Right. Yeah.
$20 a night. I could just go on with, all of the things that happen. Now we're on our way,
Mhm.
and because we're videoing it, people are paying for our food. People are getting us hotels in
Mhm.
Vegas. It's
Mhm.
like it turned into a damn adventure
For sure.
because we decided to hop off the damn loop
And get
and
on
go
the
on the
spiral.
spiral,
For sure.
right? So we
Yeah.
continue to stay on the spiral and
Yeah.
not on the loop. We went from
Mhm.
that to television. We went from that to this, to
Mhm.
this, to this. And then boom, the diagnosis happened.
Yeah. Mhm.
Now we at a standstill. We
And
don't
let
know
me let
what
me
to
just
do.
make a quick. And there are certain aspects of your life where you're not aware of the signs and the symbols and the codes. And this is what my wife is saying.
But we
Oh,
was a little aware
mhm,
because we was looking at each other like, oh, like what?
mhm,
Okay, so dang, do you see this? It was like that, right?
yeah. But I'm speaking in the sense of the diagnosis because that's when spirit had to scream,
Hmm.
right? Spirit had to scream. Oh, you about to be out of here in 3 years.
Yeah.
You didn't
Spirit,
hear me before.
spirit, which is God, which is I am,
Hmm.
right? Speaks in whispers and in shouts. That's your intuition,
Hmm. Hmm.
right?
Yeah,
That's your intuition.
for
It's
sure.
gonna speak in whispers and shouts. You know, you're not supposed to be eating that.
Hmm.
Oh, I'm just gonna eat this time.
You know you better not go to that party. You better not go over to that person's
You
house.
know you ain't supposed to be hanging with this person.
Hmm. All that. That's spirit.
Yeah, that's spirit,
That's the I am.
right? But
Hmm.
then the ego shows up,
Right.
right? The ego. which is attached to this vessel, because the ego can only be attached to this vessel. The ego is not attached to the spirit. So the ego that's attached to this vessel is like,
Mm.
I ain't feeling that. Am I lying?
Oh, no, not at
And so you have to be willing to go inside of yourself to be able
all.
to remove the blockages, to see your way clear, to first and foremost learn who you truly are, not who you think you are.
Right.
That's what the ego is. The ego is who you think you are.
Right.
Period.
Mm.
Oh shit, I ain't never doing that because I was raised like this.
Mm.
And I be acting like this. And
This
I
is
be
how I
swerving
am.
on them. And I be leaving them in the dust. And I don't play that. I'm like this because of that. Oh, I move this way. I could just keep going on and on and on and on. Or I don't do that. That's all a part of the ego, which is a part of this vessel. But when you take medicine, Bufo, all that go away. It go away, and you go into the void. You go to the beginning of everything, the
Let me.
all and the nothingness all at the same time. Let me say this really quickly.
Yeah.
And again, I said it earlier, but I want y'all to understand this medicine is extremely, extremely powerful. I need you to understand what I mean when I say if anybody is on here that has been on this medicine
Hmm.
will take you to source. You find out who you truly are. You walking around this realm who you think you are, holding on to trauma, unforgiveness, the people that done hurt you, the people that done made you mad, you know what I mean? And the people that's making you happy. Being too attached to how things are going to show up. It's the same thing with moving with intention and expectation in your life. You wake up and you have intention. I intend on doing this for myself
Right.
today. And then guess what? You start moving towards that thing,
Mhm.
right? But you cannot be attached to how it's going to show up, because you can say, look, I'm going to get up today. Shit, I got 40 orders, right?
Mhm.
We got to put these 40 orders together today.
Right.
So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna
Exactly.
buckle up, we're gonna do it. And we going our intention is to get to the post office today,
Right.
right? And to get there before
Mhm.
early so that
Mhm.
it can be shipped out today,
Right. We're gonna get all these off.
right?
Mhm.
And so we wake up, we have no clue on what the new day is gonna bring.
Right.
You have no clue that you're going to get caught up in a traffic jam.
Mhm.
You have no clue that you may forget something out the house and have to
Go
go back
back.
and get it. You have no clue that the printer might start acting stupid.
Right. To prevent you from making the labels that actually even ship the things off that you were supposed to ship.
And now you're sitting there for 2 hours trying to fix that,
Right. Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
But life is not happening to you, it's happening for you. Now you get to the post office thinking that all this stuff done happened and you didn't come in here at the time that you wanted to come in or you thought you was gonna come in, and then you walk in and then you meet somebody that you know supposed to be in your life, or you see somebody that you know,
Mhm. Mhm.
and your damn life change
For sure. For the better.
for the better.
Mhm. Total turnaround.
Total turnaround. When you following the signs and the symbols, right?
Yeah.
When you willingly do it and knowingly do it, it's a beautiful thing because you see it coming.
Mhm.
You see it manifest right before your eyes. Is a beautiful thing.
Let me just say this, because what we also understand is what holds a lot of people back. We've been talking about it, just different
And
levels of fear.
Instagram, I'm gonna tell y'all, if because Instagram be acting goofy sometimes. If Instagram boot y'all out, just click the link in my bio, scroll down. That's if we still on here, and hit Facebook or YouTube, because sometimes Instagram be kicking you out. I want to say that just in case.
Yeah, sure, no problem, no
Okay.
worries. My thing is that people have a lot of fear. They allow fear, not just about Bufo. That's just in
In
life,
life,
right? So then it's like it's one thing for somebody to tell you, "Well, take your power back over fear." How do you do that, right? How do you do it?
you got to know that you have the power.
We're tapping into sacred wisdom from heavenly realms. This is how you take your power back if you're afraid. You move within the cosmic or universal law of power. You go, Zeno, what is that? I never heard of that. Okay. When you come to understand that everything is energy,
Mm-hmm.
that means now that everything has power to influence, power to create, power to manifest, power to sustain, and power to destroy. Everything has power, but watch this. There's no external power that can actually control or have control over you unless you allow it. Do you hear what I'm saying? Okay. What we do then when we move in fear is we give our power away by fearing or having a negative feeling over a thing. All of an entity's power comes from within, comes
Mm-hmm.
from the inside. Now, watch, this is how you build your power up. This is how you build your power up. With the power of energy, the power of force, the power of intelligence, and the power of consciousness. Whatever you focus on, you put more energy into it.
Mm-hmm.
The more energy you put into it, it compacts and it becomes a greater force or a higher, stronger vibration and frequency that you emit out into the universe. How do you do that? By building your intelligence about the thing that was unknown to you. You begin to research and educate yourself on it,
Mm-hmm.
and it raises your level of consciousness. That's how you get your power back.
And as you raise your level of consciousness, your vibration raises,
Rises.
right? And so, guess what? You attract how
You
you vibrate.
vibrate.
When you lower your vibration, listen here,
Mhm.
we are eternal beings, right? That has chosen to come down here and live in a body, right? There are also uh entities,
Mhm. Mhm.
eternal beings that choose not to live in a body. They
Mhm.
choose to roam. They want to inhabit many bodies,
Mhm.
but they can't force themselves on you.
Right.
You have to open the door and let they ass in.
We.
How do you do it? By lowering your damn vibration.
Mhm. Mhm. Because
And
that's
when
where you
you,
placing your
yeah,
energy.
and it's gonna be a party either way it go.
Mhm.
Either it's gonna be a party with the low vibrational entities, or it's gonna be a party with the high vibrational energies. Right? A person walk in the store and they high, they vibrating high, right?
Mhm.
And so another person come in the store and they vibrating low and they grimming everybody and they looking like I wish somebody would. Actually, I'm gonna try.
Mhm. Mhm.
And they're in there bumping people. Think about it. That's low vibration. They already got some entities attached to them because they already vibrating low. Now, him bumping the high vibrational
Mm.
one or two things is gonna happen. The high vibrational one is what? Either they gonna turn the other cheek, or they gonna match that energy.
For sure. Listen.
right?
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No,
No,
I'm
go
just
ahead.
saying. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
if you match that energy now, you have lowered your vibration and has opened up that
The
door
door.
and allowed that same low vibrational energy that's attached to
Mm-hmm.
their ass to be attached to you, and now y'all up in there bucking.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now y'all up in there
Yeah.
bucking.
Somebody could lose their
Ain't
life.
exactly.
Hmm. And wouldn't that be the
In
plan?
Detroit, many often do.
Yeah. Isn't that the plan for
He said,
an opposite vibration?
I'm in the what? The Dino, I'm geeked. What that
I'm in
mean?
there, Zeno. I'm geek.
Oh,
That's what
Zeno.
she
Oh,
probably meant
okay,
to say.
okay. Okay,
But
my
I get
bad.
called Dino too, so it's all good. I don't take offense to anything.
Mhm.
It's all good. The thing about all of this is that the reason why we're having this conversation is because on one end, people are like, I'm tired, I'm just going through all of this stuff. Not me, but they'll say, oh, they so tired. They got to do something different. They really need this.
Mhm.
Okay, why don't you educate yourself about it more? Why don't you start focusing your energy on the thing that's bothering you? Look that thing up and find out what it actually is going to take to get it off of you. It's all good.
Zeno.
By doing that, you're raising your vibration, you're building yourself up, and you're now taking power back from a thing that you didn't even know about. You were afraid. It was
Mhm.
causing you to be fearful. My thing is, this is why we doing a live so that we can help educate and put information out there. Now, my thing is that you don't have to take our word for nothing.
You sure don't.
You can be like, oh, that's I don't know.
It
I
don't
ain't say
make
they
it
take
don't make me no never mind.
it doesn't matter because guess what? It's people that's just sitting, they watching. See, here's the thing. Here's another thing. I gotta say this. Here it is. This is how this works. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, great Spirit. I'm gonna give you one more universal law. After that,
You
I'm
sound like
done.
Janetta ass. Thank
Yeah.
you, Spirit.
Hmm. That's my sis. Okay. So now here's another law that's gonna help you get out of this stuff when you realize this. What is the cosmic or universal law of paradox? Hmm. Most people don't even know what a paradox is. Here it is though, and this is the short version. No worldview is universally valid. I'm gonna repeat it. No worldview is universally valid.
Mm.
Why? Because two people may experience the same event but perceive them
About perception,
differently.
different definitions. We talked about that earlier for the
So
same
now,
thing.
what does that mean? That means that to one, what's real to one may be unreal to another. And how we move and shift in the law of paradoxes, we have to learn how to switch from one view to another at the appropriate time, right? At the appropriate time. um, Let me go here because I'm gonna give you something else about it real quick. Okay, just real quick. Oh no, 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 I'm not. That's it. That's all you really need. Yeah. Understand that people that were in church that knew us when we were in church, they had a particular view about how the world operated. What
Mm-hmm.
would bring you success and what would bring you failure? What would bring you blessings and what would curse you? And to be honest, when we decided, oh, you know what, we're gonna move, and so then people were like, well, you gonna find you a church? Like, we ain't looking for that.
Look, one of the good things about, excuse me, the church that we had left,
Mhm.
they did teach us not to just be connecting to any and everybody, right?
Mhm.
And so even though That shit was led by fear.
Mm.
Fear of you going over and becoming a member of somebody else's church, so that them tithes won't continue to go to and them offerings won't continue to go to them, because that's ultimately what it comes down to.
Oh boy.
Period. That's what
Mhm.
it come down to, that building, right? But it was told to us, yeah, don't go on out there and get out there. You get out there and mess with somebody, and then you end up finding out they're a pedophile. It's like you are trying to
Project.
project fear,
Mhm.
right? You not projecting that fear,
Right. So in
right?
other words,
But
you're
what
trying to take our power away from us.
exactly, right? By trying to manipulate our energy,
Right.
right?
Exactly. Exactly.
The point is to
Hmm.
manipulate energy,
Hmm.
but it's to manipulate your own energy.
Right.
That's how you dealing with in the light space.
Hmm.
You deal in the dark realm when you out here trying to manipulate somebody else's energy.
Right.
That's when you F with their free will.
Hmm. Hmm.
Don't mess with no free will.
Hmm.
No, it's not about manipulating somebody else's energy so that they can do what you
You
want
want
them
them
to
to
do
do
for your
benefit.
agenda,
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
right? But what it did do is when we came to Cali, we was like, yeah, and we not kicking it with y'all,
Hmm. Yeah.
right?
We're
We
different.
like we don't go there. Why
Hmm.
would we send our ties there?
Hmm.
And we came out here in this vibration because our intuition told us to move to California. If
Right.
we did not listen to our
There it
intuition,
is.
Zeno would be dead
Right
years
now.
ago.
Yeah, I be gone.
Years ago, because
Hmm.
our mindset was caught up in religion. Our mindset was caught up in the church. The first plant medicine that we used to help him heal was marijuana. We wouldn't have did that shit if we was back there in the church. We thought it was whack. We thought it was evil.
Again, that's a paradox. It is having a worldview about a certain thing, right? And then being able to open yourself up to a different worldview about the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So when we came out here, it was, oh, now we on a spiral. We ain't on a
Listen,
loop.
remember Instagram. If this shit shut down and you want to tap in, click the link in my bio, scroll down to the bottom, and then either click Facebook or come on to YouTube.
I'm saying people are still looking now, and they're waiting for what we were all taught was supposed to be a person's demise when they leave. Now, let me just say this, because I have to make this
Because
statement.
the church is responsible, right, for
Mhm.
putting out the energy of fear.
Mhm.
They not responsible for the people accepting that shit.
Mhm. Mhm.
The person is responsible for whatever they accept in
Wow,
their vessel.
man, you going? See, this is why I know Spirit had. Listen, I said I
Am I
was only
doing
gonna
too
give.
much?
No, I said I was only gonna give y'all the last one, which is the paradox. But now you going where Spirit had me do this anyway. You said that a lot of leadership or the church
Mm-hmm.
is responsible for putting out fear.
Mm-hmm.
They're not responsible for whoever's going to attach themselves to that energy.
Mm-hmm.
That fear
That's right.
is just, yo, I'm gonna put it out here,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here's a perfect example. This is how you get out of this whole situation, and this is just again a change of perspective of a worldview.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here it is. I gotta get to you. It is. Here we go. What is the cosmic universal law of karma? People have their own thoughts about what karma is, right? And we're seeing examples of it play out in front of us with celebrities and all this other stuff. Oh, they said this and they said that about this person. They did this and that. And now they ass dealing with this, and this. Okay.
Melinda say, y'all are cooking.
Okay.
Thank you. And while we cooking, you got that fire emoji. We burning up like that. Then the damn, if we burn up too much and y'all get kicked off Instagram, click the link in my
Oh my,
bio,
yeah,
scroll to the
yeah,
bottom and
yeah,
tap the
for
Facebook
sure.
or the YouTube. And that way you'll be able to see the full screen any
So
damn way.
look, ultimately, the law of karma, and I want y'all to understand this is a different world view of what I'm getting ready to break down. It's really the law of cause and effect. What is cause and effect? We've heard it, giving you the biblical reference. Not going to give you the scripture because you heard the term. As ye sow, so shall ye what? Reap. That's really what karma is, right?
Sowing and reaping, cause and
Cause and
effect.
effect. Now, whatever you put in motion with your thoughts, words, and deeds have effects, right? Um, and consequences. They have effects and consequences, and it comes back to us, period. Nobody's exempt from this universal cosmic law.
It's boomeranging. That's why, listen, that's why power of life and death is in the tongue,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
I don't look.
Okay. We getting
Maybe
ready to
I'm
go there,
gonna
but
say it just
uh-huh.
like it said in the Bible. Maybe I'm gonna f it up and not say it like it is
Okay.
in the
I'll help
Bible.
you out if
But
I if I know it.
them that love the fruit shall eat it thereof, or some
Something
shit
yeah.
like that,
Some shit like that.
right?
Mhm.
That's because what you speak into the atmosphere, words are
It
spells.
matters because it is matter.
Words are spells,
Yes.
right? When you were in school, what did you have? A spelling bee.
Mhm.
You learned about letters, you learned about
Mhm.
numbers, then you learned about words, you
Mhm.
learned about the meaning of words, you learned about what it means to put the words together, right? Spelling, spelling test, spelling. It's because words are spells. You will have what you say.
Mhm.
When you speak it into the atmosphere, that shit is going to boomerang back
Mhm.
to you. What
Mhm.
are you speaking in the atmosphere about yourself?
Wow.
What you speaking in the atmosphere about somebody else?
Right. That's I'm glad that you said that.
That's what it is, a boomerang.
Yeah. So in other words, you put positive out there, this is what the boomerang is, and you bring positive in. If you
Mm-hmm.
put negative out there, then guess what? You bring negative in. Watch this. But in the minds of people that actually move with the perspective of a metaphysical perspective,
Mm-hmm.
they're coming more now with a scientific view.
Because understand, God is science, period. Atoms,
Molecules,
matter,
chromosomes.
numbers,
Yeah, let's just, I mean,
agriculture,
it,
like
it is what it is. So there's no such thing, what, as good or bad karma, especially in the mind of someone who's looking at this from a different perspective,
mm-hmm,
metaphysical.
mm-hmm.
All cosmic, watch this, all cosmic and universal laws are neutral. It does not come to punish us. So when we think, oh, yep, they got karma. See, that's bad stuff happening to them. That's what they deserve. No, it's actually either what they were putting
Well,
out.
that's
Watch
what it is,
this.
a law.
It was what they were either putting out while they were here living in this lifetime or what was connected to them from previous lifetimes that they still have to learn
Or,
the lesson from.
or
Hmm.
that shit was passed down through the DNA.
Yeah, sins of the father. That's
Yeah.
another biblical
Mm-hmm.
reference.
Yeah.
So understand that these universal laws, especially the law of karma, does not come to punish you. It is educative. It is for the reason of education in order to help us as human beings grow and ascend, even when the lessons are harsh.
Earth is a classroom, right? You come down here, you learn the lessons, You pass the test.
Hmm.
You ascend to the next level. You stay at one level, or you descend. You fail a grade. Like it's literally a classroom.
Hmm.
So it's up to you to learn. It was a question. Okay, the question was earlier. Somebody had asked, "How do you know something about uh, when you learned a lesson?" And I don't remember the other part. So if you ask that question and you are still on here, it came from Instagram. Please ask that question again if you're still on here because I told you we was gonna get to that.
Okay, so here it is. I just got to go back some because this is it right here, right? We have some comments rolling. Man, it said education has changed my life. Asking why, and the universe has answered me.
And do and the universe answer, right? As above, so below, right? Within, without.
Mm-hmm. Yep, as within, so without,
There's a
for sure.
universe
Mm-hmm.
up there,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a universe in here.
Mm-hmm.
There's dimensions and realms up there.
Right.
There's dimensions and realms in here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, as above,
Mm-hmm.
so below.
Right.
In
Right.
order to manifest, right? Because things have to happen in the spiritual realm first
Hmm.
in order
Mm-hmm.
for it to be materialized. Remember, it's spoken out into the atmosphere first. The energy is put out there, the thought is put out there. Thoughts vibrate on a specific vibrational frequency. Words vibrate on a specific frequency. The
Mm-hmm.
energy that you put behind it vibrates on a specific frequency, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it comes back to you.
For sure.
It's manifested to you.
Mm-hmm.
You
Here we
get
go.
ready to say something?
Oh no, I just want to be able to read because I want to kind of go through some of these comments. Yolanda said, "I told my aunt that I never intend on going to another church, and she almost flipped out. Here's the reason why: is because she is in the mindset that, watch this, if in fact you are not connected to a physical building where there is a person that is supposed to be responsible for the care and overseeing of your soul, where you rely on them to now do all of the studying, right? And figure out all of the answers for you to sit one day out of the week, maybe, or if you really like, you know what I'm saying, you really a church goer, maybe 2 to 3 times out of the week, and you 9 times out of 10, you're gonna end up hearing the same thing over and over and over again. So really, one time out of the week, you telling me that you actually gonna put your whole life, because you make decisions based off of this, and you're gonna put your soul in somebody else's hands, and they're a creation just like you. You're not gonna take responsibility to study and do this research and do what Jesus said do. Seek. You're not gonna do that.
Listen, y'all.
That's what that come from.
Not
Still not.
if anybody, I don't care who it is,
Hmm.
power over your soul,
Hmm.
right? Because guess what? Everybody came down here with what?
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Free will.
whoa,
And
we.
remember, your aunt, you have became a mirror. You told her that you wasn't going to the church. Her mirror showed up in her face. She said, I could never, in her mind,
And she can't see it
I
any
could
other way.
never, blah, blah,
Yep.
blah, 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 blah. And that's the energy that she
Mhm,
gave you.
mhm.
But she gave what was going on inside of her. And that ain't had nothing to do with you.
No, not at
Because
all.
you got the free will to make whatever decision that you want to make. But
Mhm.
don't give nobody power over your soul because you become
That's it. That's good. For sure. Rochelle said, "Ain't that the truth? The unreal estate is all they care about. It's a faulty construct."
slave.
Amanda said, she laughed. Yes, here's the thing. That's why I said, whoa. Give $1 and you can come back in the fold. Anyway, basically.
Oh, for sure.
And the scripture is life and death is in the power of the tongue, and those who speak or speak it shall eat the fruit thereof.
I knew it was something like that. I was
Yolanda said
close
it too.
to it.
She got you right with it. She
Now,
said, I think.
well, look.
That's Amanda. I
Well,
think
then we
that's
both.
it.
Well, then we both close to it. Read that from up Instagram.
So, oh, that was heat. Do not give anybody power over yourself.
Why would you?
Right?
Why would you? Because guess what? You are an individual that has come down here by yourself,
Yeah.
right? Now, don't get me wrong. You have
Mhm.
soul contracts,
Mhm.
right?
Wow. Wait. It's,
So, a soul contract is a soul contract, meaning that you're going to be attached to other souls
mhm.
in some capacity, right? But to give somebody power over your soul is eternal. Your soul don't die. Your soul is energy. Remember, it cannot die. It can only be transferred.
Yeah.
You go from this life to another, from birth to birth to birth to birth to birth.
Yes. Um, Mel said, "Come on now. That victim patriarchal mentality is what brought me all the way out, basically, of the church."
Listen here.
Shannon said, "Your word is your wine.
It
You the
is.
one that
Yes, that's
right?
right.
Okay,
You create.
exactly.
You create, right?
Mhm.
I talk to people all the time, and you know, shit, we be about the same age, and I talk to them like, "How you doing?" They be like, "Girl, oh,
For sure.
feeling old."
Mhm.
I be like, first of all, you ain't old,
Right.
because I know I ain't old. Damn it,
Mhm.
okay.
Mhm.
Now that's what you're putting into the atmosphere, so that's what you're manifesting in your life. Your
Mhm.
ass is feeling old, and you've
Mhm.
connected with that energy.
Resonating
You
with it,
resonated with it, and
vibrating on
you're
it.
not doing what it takes for you not to feel old. If
Right.
your bones and joints is hurt, take your ass to get yoga.
Go to the gym, get up and walk.
If you ain't boo like you supposed to, and you can't think straight, then do a detox and cleanse out your intestinal tract so you
Mhm.
can think straight.
Right. These are things that we have to do, right? Now, here it is. JF said, because everything is energy and vibration, I always associate that with karma. Yolanda, she said, we on the same page, Amanda. And guess what? Amanda said, that's the seed that they plant, right? Give a seed and everything's going to be okay.
Yeah, they can plant that seed, but that shit ain't got to be in your garden.
Not at all.
Period.
But that's what
You
they throw
right.
out there.
They plant the seed, but is the seed gonna land in your garden? Is
Mm,
that seed gonna grow in your garden?
it's a good
Right?
question
Or
for me,
are you
too.
gonna kick that seed off to the side? Because a lot of people was in the same church, right, that we were in, and when their intuition told them that they were supposed to move to another state, intuition, part of the soul, the mind of God, right, spoke and said they need to move. They went and asked for permission. They gave that person power
Mm-hmm.
over their soul, and they
Right.
told them, "No, you
You,
can't move." And they
right.
said it because they wanted to manipulate them for what they
Mhm.
needed them for, right? That's moving on the dark side. I don't care what nobody say. You messing with somebody's free will, and
Mhm.
because they put so much power in that person and gave that person so much power over them that
Mhm.
that person stayed, right? And I know because they didn't listen to their intuition, they didn't manifest the shit that was on the other side,
Right. Wait.
waiting for them, right? Now, when it came time for us, we caught up in the church too, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
Even though I was not gullible like that, you ain't getting all my
That's
money
true.
and all of that
Right.
anyway. But when the time came, it wasn't gonna be that for us because you don't have power over my soul. I knew that when I came up in there. You ain't getting no power over my soul. So guess what? We're not coming in here to say, "Oh, can we move to California?" No, we coming up in here because Zeno is Thomas.
Right.
Zeno, you expect Zeno to be here every time the doors of the church is open. You expect Zeno's voice to be the first voice heard when the telecast come on,
Mhm.
right? So this is what you're expecting. So we're here so that we won't leave you stinking.
Mhm.
We're moving to Cali.
Right. We out. And
Not
there was no asking.
it was no asking because you going to know from jump
Mhm.
that you don't have power over my soul. If I come and ask your permission,
Mhm.
you know you got power.
Right. Like, oh, okay. So you're not thinking for yourself. You're not focusing, placing energy, building yourself up. You're giving me your power.
That's right. It's
Yeah.
about how you move.
Yeah.
You
The
move
law
with
of power.
authority,
Yeah.
move with know who you are,
Mhm.
know the power that you hold. Don't
Right.
walk around holding your head down, feeling inferior,
Mhm.
feeling like you ain't got it, you ain't this, you ain't that. No, 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 no. I've always knew the power that I held,
Mhm.
even before I started going on journeys.
Right. No, that's true.
And I moved in that.
Mhm. Here we are. Question is, or statement. No, it's a question. What about contracts and when they no longer serve a purpose in this life? How do we release ourselves?
Mhm. It's a lot of different ways that you can release those,
Mhm.
right? You can go into the spiritual realm
Mhm.
and you can tear up those soul contracts,
For sure.
right?
Yes.
You can do certain ceremonies that can help that, but ultimately you have to go inside of yourself because every answer to every question
Mhm.
that you ever want to know, it's already inside of you.
Oh yeah,
Point
this
blank
was the
period.
question
It's
that we
inside of
didn't.
your universe.
This was the question that we
Hold on,
didn't
let me cut this down.
answer short, but I'm gonna read some of these comments
I'm
real
sitting
quick.
on a warm blanket. My ass is burning up.
For sure. So Heather said, "Yeah, that's a hard one for some of my family to hear from me, right? But it's truth. They would just seek truth. The question that we're gonna get back to, uh,
Can I say something right
mindfulness,
quick to that?
mama. Yeah, let me just read this
I'm talking about
question,
what you
and we
just
can go
said to
to it.
Heather about Heather.
Okay, go ahead. You'll click on that. Hold on one second.
Hmm.
Yep, because I gotta get up.
Okay.
Yep, hold on.
Your parents or your what did you say your was it her parents or her family? Your family,
Yeah.
right? You said that your family is hard for them to hear. That ain't got nothing to do with you. You said it's hard for them to hear. So that's on them if they can't hear it. You've had experiences. So really, it shouldn't matter, right? It shouldn't matter. It's not for you even to try to convince them because you're not going to be able to convince them. You know how you do that though? You're not going to be able to convince them with words, trying to explain what you've seen, what you heard, what you experienced, because anybody that has experienced these journeys, you would have had to experience it, right? Because people come on our lives all the time when we on here teaching about this plant medicine, this earth medicine, and they be reading books and they be studying and they walk around and they say they woke and they in this community and of these woke people and they be on here trying to talk about stuff that they think they know about and they don't know about it because they haven't experienced it. You can tell me about some stuff that you learned in the book because I'm not saying you can't learn nothing from books. Yes, you can. Your ass need to be reading, right? But at the same time, hold on one second. Oh, dang, we got all these comments. No, we got a lot of comments, and I was trying to get to them. Okay, so I'm not gonna get to the comments until you come back in here. Okay, y'all tell me where I was just at. Remind me where I was just at. What question? I'm waiting on y'all. Somebody tell me where the hell I was at. And somebody tell me from Instagram because Zeno is the producer, and I don't want to pull up the comments and mix up the next comment that he wants to talk about. If not, then I'm just gonna shut the hell up and wait for him to come in here. And then books. Thank you. Right? You were saying something about books. Yeah, books. Your ass supposed to be reading the books. She said, as women, we are socialized to hold the bag on other people's discomfort instead of just letting other people's problems and discomfort be other people's problems and discomfort. Mm, had to reprogram. Yeah, you did. Because you are a damn empath. And so empaths, they feel other people's feelings, right? And other people feel that you an empath. So people
Mhm.
gonna come and they gonna draw your energy, right? What they're gonna do, they're gonna come and they're gonna put their vibration on you. You're going to willingly accept it because you're so attached to the story or whatever that they're bringing. You're attached to it. So now it's, oh, that's messed up. Not saying you can't have empathy, but when you take it on in your body, now you thinking about it. You concerned about it. You worrying about it. What you're doing is you're causing stress on your vessel, your
Mhm.
individual vessel, right?
Yeah.
If somebody want to get out of a situation, we're in the age of knowledge. You can learn anything you want to learn. So get to learn it.
All right. So you ready now for this
Yes.
question? Because this was a question that was brought up earlier, and we just didn't get to it.
Before you say it,
Yep.
Instagram. If Instagram start tripping and they kick y'all off, click the link in my bio, scroll to the bottom, and you can click Facebook or YouTube, and then you'll be able to see the whole screen.
Quizzy said energy leeches for sure.
Energy leeches, but they can't leech your energy unless you allow them.
There it is. So now, uh, mindfulness mama said, how to know if you've learned your lesson or fulfill your purpose on earth. Did you?
That's what.
Okay.
That's the one. That's the
Right.
one.
Right.
Well, you know you've fulfilled your purpose
Yeah.
on earth when it's time for you to go into the next round,
Yeah. When you completed it. Yeah. When
right?
you're done.
Now, everybody has a specific time.
Mhm.
Everybody don't have the same time, right? But understand when a person leaves, sometimes they don't learn all the lessons that they supposed to learn, right? Some of them gonna have to come back and try to learn them lessons all over again. But depending on the bloodline, depending on the family that's down there and the work that they're putting in to heal the bloodline or the DNA, they'll either be born back through the realm, right? More dense, or meaning making it harder for them to awaken and learn the lessons,
Mhm.
or they'll come back in a higher vibrational healed family.
Right.
Still got to learn the lessons though,
Mhm.
right? But because the ones chose to heal, now the perspective is different. Now the
Right.
teachings are different. Now the things that are passed down is different, right? So now you're taught because where you come, when you come here, when you're a baby, you're closer to where you come from. It's the reason why you can't talk.
Mhm. Right. So,
You ain't supposed to. You be giving all the juice.
right. Exactly. She said, I was just telling my husband the other day. This is mindfulness mama. She said, I was just telling my husband the other day that people create their afterlife on earth,
Yes, they do.
however you live here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's definitely the truth.
Yeah.
Right?
Afterlife, right? Because guess what? Understand that it's not from birth to death. It's from birth to
Oh,
birth to
wow.
birth to birth to birth. So we leave this life and we're birthed in another life and then into another life. Now, when you go to the all,
Mm-hmm.
when
Mm-hmm.
you go to the all, you back at source.
Here it is. Yolanda said, I'm 50. And even though the number scared me at one point, but I've never really felt, oh, I feel 25.
That's good.
And then she says, oh, I guess this is relative to
Oh,
the
you
whole
went back
church
up a little
thing.
further. Hmm.
Yeah, I had to catch some of these comments. She said, and they were even asking who they could or should marry. That's the type of power that they give away
Oh, they was
in the
asking
church.
what color card they should get,
What they should name
what
their
what they
babies.
should name their babies.
Mhm.
Like, oh no, dude,
Yeah.
listen to your own intuition. You came down here with that same soul from the spiritual realm,
Right, right.
with that same soul
Hmm.
in that same body. You go to sleep in it and you wake up in it. Why would you give somebody power over that? That is your free will. Why would you allow somebody to put shackles on you? It's
Hmm.
free will. Break free.
Right.
Break free. But you have to change your mindset.
Hmm. Ari explains it all. Said, do you have any recommendations for a good detox?
Yes. My great detox. It's a I think is the link in my bio. I think the link is in
I
my
think
bio.
now it's not necessarily in the bio. I think
Okay, I'm gonna have
you
to post
send
it
it
back.
when people are actually serious about coming and doing these retreats. That's a part of the process. Is detoxing. Remember, we said that when you're approaching these plant medicine ceremonies and retreats, or herb medicine ceremonies or retreats, or just any type of sacred ceremony, you want to take this stuff serious if you're really
Hmm.
trying to get everything out of it. And detoxing is a really good form. So if you would like to know about a really good detox that she has, maybe she can forward you something, or you can put your information in. As a matter of fact, do this. Just go in, click her link, go in, and ask to be notified about when the next retreat and everything is going to come up, the next ceremony. And then once she receives the information, then she can forward you something like that.
Yeah, but one thing is that I always tell people to do a lymphatic cleanse, right? Because you say detox.
Mhm.
Understand what you mean when you say detox, right? Detoxing is getting the toxins out of your body,
Mhm.
right? So when you are detoxing, you have to be very intentional on what you put in your body
Right.
so that you can make sure that the bullshit come out your body.
So now here it is. Mindfulness Mama said yoga will turn that dark to light real quick. Just stay consistent for a good 3 weeks, and you'll see a difference. There's a lot of different healing
Yoga will
modalities
definitely
that
raise
is
your
a really good
vibration.
way to do it, right? Here it is. Heather said, "Ooh, I know that's right." She said, "Right now." Rochelle, she said, "Family not handling your truth, and wow, and learning by reading." Right? Yeah, that's something else. Mindfulness Mama said, "Yep, you can only relate and speak to things from experience." Here's the thing: when you're talking about fully, deeply resonating with something, experience is the best teacher. To
It
be
really
totally
is.
honest,
Experience is the best teacher.
that's just like somebody trying to explain to me a geographical location. Oh, I'm telling you, when you go to Africa and you go to Morocco, there's this lake, and oh my gosh, the lake is so beautiful. But guess what? Have you ever gotten a lake? Can you tell me? You might be able to say, "Oh,
How
the
they even been to
temperature is
Africa?
that."
They read it.
That's what
They
I'm
probably
saying.
read it or somebody told them about the lake.
Exactly. You know
You
what
know
I
what I'm
mean?
saying?
Yeah.
Like, don't come to me and try to teach me how to make $1 million if you didn't make $1 million,
Ooh, wait, this is the
right?
thing. You're right. She said people talking about things they don't have no experience with,
No
basically.
experience.
Yeah.
And when I be on this live, y'all, I be wanting to blast them sometime, right?
Mhm.
And because we be knowing them, but I don't be wanting to embarrass them like that. You know what I'm saying? Because they come on the live and they talk because they want to connect with the audience and they want to look like they know what
Ooh,
they're
wait.
talking about,
Mm,
right? But these are the same people
mm,
that are afraid to go inside of themselves. You tell them, let's go inside yourself. Oh, well, what had happened was.
mhm. Yeah, that's real.
So don't even,
Mhm.
you talking about what you read. I'm trying to get you to experience it, right? We all don't have the same time,
Mhm.
right? And so the time that we have, why would you want to stay asleep and caught up on a loop? Think about it. Imagine you're watching a TV show, a movie, and the person wakes up in the bed. They hit the alarm clock. and then they go in and they take a shower, then they eat breakfast, and then they drive to work, and then they do work, and then they come home, and then they eat and they watch
Mhm.
TV, and they wash their ass and they go to bed, and then the next day they do the same thing over in the damn movie. You're gonna be like, get your ass out that loop.
Mhm.
It's people that live their lives like that. They don't want to face the blockages.
Mhm.
They don't want to face the shadow. They don't want to face the things that are holding them back. They don't want to face the blockages. And guess what? That's their choice.
Mhm.
But anybody that's living in this
Pardon me.
time chose to live in this time. Age of Aquarius, the mass awakening. Please don't be down here, y'all, and not wake up in the mass awakening.
Right.
Please. People talk about this Wendy Williams. Do y'all see this Wendy Williams documentary? I ain't seen it yet. I only saw like clips or whatever. But it's a lot of people that feel like they shouldn't be showing this. We shouldn't be seeing her like this,
Mhm. Mhm.
right? I feel differently. I feel differently. And I feel differently because
Love you too.
we're in the age of the mass awakening. And we have to awaken to the things that not only that other people do, society.
Mhm.
We have to become aware of this stuff.
Mhm.
I honestly feel like that this is a way for them to connect her family, to connect with her. Put it out there. Put the truth out there.
Mhm.
She putting the truth out there. Whether she in whatever state that she's in, it's important for people to see it, no matter how hard it looks.
Yeah.
Because this is the truth. This is the truth. This is somebody's life.
Mhm. Yeah.
But detox. I didn't get a chance to finish that.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Understand what you mean when you say that you want to detox.
Right.
That's why I have people do lymphatic cleanse with my grape detox. And that's because the lymphatic system is literally the toxic waste management system of the body, right? And so if you eat in 3 times a day, but you only boo boo one time, you backed up.
Hmm. That's
then
real.
then the foods that you're eating is not being broken down the right way, right? For your liver to break it down to remove the toxins for when you boo boo,
Mhm.
right? And so the same thing, when you urinate, your kidneys are filtering out toxins, right? And it is, boom, bringing it out of the body when you urinate. But if you only drinking coffee, if you only drinking
Hmm.
soda,
Ooh.
if you only drinking sugary ass juice,
Wow.
how much do your body have to break down all that bullshit?
Exactly.
Your pancreas got to work overtime. I mean, it work over to double
Overtime.
time,
Yeah.
triple time,
Yes.
right? Understand that it is truly a universe inside of you. It is a universe inside of you. And so you have to take care of this vessel. You chose the vessel. So do what it takes to make sure that the vessel is a clean vessel.
Mhm.
Lymphatic system cleanse. When toxins are in the body, when you're backed up, toxins what? Rise.
Mhm.
So it's rising up to your head. Now you can't think straight. So now you got to get the boo boo out. You got to get the urine out. It's certain things, a lot of things you have to abstain for. But my grape detox, I normally tell people to do it either 20, 30, or 40 days. It's a red grape detox, black grape, not green. And it goes through and it helps to cleanse the lymphatic system.
Okay. So I think we got one other
And then we're going to get up off of here in a second.
yeah.
But I do want to say this.
Yeah, do you could do
We
that.
got off into all this other stuff. You know, we started talking about Bufo, and then we got all off into the other stuff from the questions that people ask, and that's cool.
Mhm.
But I still want to let people know that I have private Bufo ceremonies.
Mhm.
They are up and live. Some dates are sold out. I just added a new date.
Mhm.
Excuse me. So if you're interested in learning more about Bufo or booking your private ceremony with us with Bufo Alvarius, the God Molecule, then you can click the link in my bio, tap ceremonies, and then you'll be able to see the dates that is available. When you tap that, then you'll be able to read if you are a good candidate for Bufo. If you are, go ahead and go through, do what it say to do, and then boom, reserve your spot. I also have a overnight sacred plant medicine ceremony that is coming up on March the 30th.
Mhm.
That is an overnight ceremony. Bufo is not an overnight ceremony. I want to say that.
Right.
Bufo is 30 minutes, 45 minutes, maybe an hour.
Mhm.
It depends. We make sure that you come back completely
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
before you send you on your way. But understand that when you sent on your way with Bufo, you'll be able to drive. Hour after Bufo, you'll be able to drive. Hour after plant medicine ceremony, you ain't able to drive.
Right.
2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, you're not able to drive. That's
Mhm.
why it is an overnight ceremony. I just released those links today. I have some people that have already purchased. It is limited space
Right.
and it will sell out quickly because people have been reaching out to me already beforehand. Click the
Mhm.
link in the bio, and that one is here in Los Angeles. You click the link in my bio and tap ceremonies, and you can reserve your spot for the overnight ceremony in March.
Yeah. So you guys see that that's what's up there right now. So if it just some information to confirm what she's saying. Here is um a really good question that was asked.
Hmm.
Let's see. I gotta go ahead and grab it. Hmm.
Can you find
Oh
it?
yeah. Mhm. So this question is uh, from mindfulness mama. Can your north node help you find your purpose in life? All right,
Mm-hmm.
that's a really good question. I do like the questions that come through.
Hmm.
So here it is. First, people have to know what is the north node,
Hmm.
right? So it represents the unique direction that each of us are being called to explore and ultimately become. Now, what people need to understand is what she's talking about is this is connected to astrology.
Hmm.
All right, astrology is really important because stars are in the sky. Again, we always saying as above, so below. That is very true. It is just about literal, right? So there are celestial bodies, celestial beings, uh, star clusters, and all of these other things. Moon phases, the sun itself. All of this is extremely important, and it has an effect on everything that is living at some capacity and or at some degree. So what she's speaking of again is the North Node, right? And what kind of effect does that have in our lives? Well, first, the North and the South Node. This is what
Hmm.
it's good for. So yeah, I'm in agreement with it, right? Because we've just done enough studying to realize that astrology is very important
Oh my gosh, because
and
this is the
very
thing.
influential.
We come from the stars,
Mhm.
so we're written in the stars,
Right, right,
right? Period. We
right.
come from the stars, so we are written in the stars.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
How did the wise men find Jesus?
mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
They were the wise men, which
Mm-hmm,
were the magi,
mm-hmm.
which means astrologer,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
They read the stars in order to say that Jesus was going to be here in the future,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
How do you think they say it's going to rain
Hmm. Hmm.
next week,
Yeah. They're gonna
right?
give you a 10-day
It's not,
forecast.
thank you. It's
Yeah.
not like people don't think about that little stuff.
Right.
They
Yeah.
don't think about those
Yeah.
simple things like
Right.
that.
Because they
They
take it for
able to
granted.
predict that.
Hmm.
when they tell your ass that it's about to be a snowstorm and it's about to be 20
Flash
inches,
flood,
your
Lord.
ass gonna hurry up and get to the grocery store and you
Mhm.
gonna get the shit, your shit. So you can make sure you got food. You gonna get the
Right,
salt if it's gonna be an ice storm. You say
right,
it's gonna be an ice storm, you gonna get it. You
right.
gonna do it,
Yeah, you're
right?
gonna prepare for that. So
Right. So yes.
here it is. Yes, the North and the South node. So the lunar nodes in
Can I
astrology.
say something really quick before you say that? Think about this, y'all. Why is it that every country in this world, on this earth, want to put satellites in space, in the universe?
Mhm,
Because as above,
mhm,
so below.
mhm,
You're able to predict things.
mhm,
You're able to pull energy from
mhm,
the universe.
mhm, mhm. Just to even hit on that,
How can the moon be responsible for how the water flows down here on earth? The
right?
moon is on the earth. The sun heat the earth.
Mhm.
What's up there is powerful.
The moon isn't on the
I
Earth,
mean,
but
I said it's on the earth.
yeah.
The moon is. I meant to say it's not on the earth. Y'all know the damn moon ain't on the earth.
But I'm just saying that's what you said.
Thank you, though.
I
I
had to make that
appreciate that. Thank
clarification.
you. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. So just to even hit on that, then I give you guys an answer to that real quick. But yes, I do believe that the North Node has something to do with us as human beings, right, and our
Hmm.
purpose in life for sure.
How many
And
questions we got now?
we have two more.
Okay.
So here it is again, just a quick addition to what she was talking about. So Wyclef Jean, the producer that was with the Fugees, NASA called him recently and said they were doing a project. They put, I think, a spaceship or they put a satellite out there in space to record the sounds, and they measured and
Mm.
studied the frequencies. And they asked him if he would be willing to join this project where people would include these sounds into the music
Hmm.
to infuse the music from the sounds that they recorded within the universe to place inside of the music. Now, for some people, they're gonna be like, "That's scary," right? Because just depending on where, first of all, where you're vibrating, what level of intelligence and understanding you have about all of this, right? That's gonna determine where you lie
It's
in that.
time for change. It's a
Right.
new age.
Exactly. We're in a new age. But these things aren't too far fetched because now you're talking about healing with sound and all of these other things, which I could actually go a little bit deeper into it. I'm not, even though Spirit had me bring some things up
Hallelujah.
about it.
Hallelujah.
How dare you? Anyway,
Hallelujah.
and how dare you again? Politely and lovingly. Yes. So the North and South node, the lunar nodes in astrology reveal your karmic path. Remember, we talked about the law of karma earlier.
Hmm.
It reveals your karmic path in this life. So, in other words, you get to be able to foretell
Hmm.
what your path in life is going to be by moving in divination. That's just a form of foreseeing a thing, something that may be hidden or obscure
Yeah.
to most.
Hmm.
The South Node reveals your past life and gifts you brought into this lifetime. North shows a direct your new direction, right? And what you're learning in this lifetime. So yes, I am in agreement with it. um, as a matter of fact, you bringing it up, I already know that that's even more confirmation to go even deeper. I've already kind of called to astrology and astronomy and all those other
The
things.
only thing that means
Mhm.
when it comes to Bufo is that if you decide or if you're supposed to do Bufo, then that shit is written in the stars,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
But other than that, that ain't got nothing to do with Bufo. Like,
Okay.
because you're not gonna be seeing no stars in astrology or even knowing what the hell astrology is.
Right. So Rochelle said a full moon is the most advantageous time. of the month to detox parasites.
Hmm.
I really have to
Hmm.
research that too.
It
I
is.
believe you
It
though.
is.
Yeah.
We talked about it. Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I mean, like to go into a much deeper
Yeah.
level of
Hmm.
research, right?
Yeah.
Um, and she also said,
But
I have.
understand a
Mhm.
full moon is every month. It
Yep.
happens every month.
Yeah. She basically had to sign off. She just said she enjoyed everything, and
Thank
she had to
you.
be out.
I know you're gonna catch the replay.
Yeah, mindfulness. Mama said, did you say a grape detox?
Yep.
Yes.
Grape detox.
Hmm.
Because grapes, you know how you eat grapes
And she
and
said, does it matter if the grapes are seedless grapes or seeded?
well, this is the thing. We have to understand that the what time that we're in. It's harder to find seeded grapes. If you can find seeded grapes, great. If you can't, then get organic grapes. But
Hmm.
can't be green. They have to be red, black. The darker, the better. You know how you eat the grapes and your mouth gets squeaky clean, squeaky.
Hmm.
When you eat those grapes, it's doing the same thing to like the veins and the arteries
Yes.
and all that good stuff,
Yeah.
right? We're not gonna stay on here that long. We
No, we
about to.
have already. It's been 3 hours and 40
Oh
minutes.
hell, we about to bust up
We're
because
about to
Instagram
go.
about to kick our ass off in a
Yeah,
second.
so we're about to go. But look, here's the thing. Let's just bring it back home, okay, for everybody that needs to really know what's popping. We were talking about Bufo, okay? We're really talking about it. Again, there
We
are
talking
these.
about Bufo, but people want to know about ayahuasca,
That's
psilocybin.
okay.
No, I'm
You know
just
what I'm
playing.
saying? Right. So we do have private session Bufo sessions March the 8th and the 9th. The 8th is actually sold out
Almost
already.
sold
We
out,
got some
yeah.
spots that are still available. And here's something here for the 24th, right? March the 24th.
Yeah,
Um,
people have already started on that day too, so it's not
that's what
for
I'm
me.
saying.
Yeah.
Exactly. So people are booking these ceremonies because they
And
want
I
to get
just opened
free.
that one up today. Yeah.
Exactly. And also, there's an overnight sacred plant medicine ceremony in Los Angeles, California, the greater Los Angeles area, right? At Guy's Oasis on the 30th. So of March. So you want to check that out as well. Listen, here's the thing. Click the link in our bios. Wherever you are in your spiritual journey, wherever you are on your path to this whole thing, we have something for you. Go in her
When
um
you ready for change, I'm just gonna say this.
yeah.
I'm just gonna
Hmm.
say this. Look,
Hmm.
when people come to me, they come to me because they're sick and tired of being sick and tired, right? They know it's supposed to be more. They want to be free. They want to remove the blockages. They want to know the truth. They want to know who they are, where they come from,
Right.
why they was created,
Yeah, what's their
what's their
purpose?
divine purpose,
Hmm. Yeah.
right? Because they feel like they ain't got no more time to waste.
Mhm.
They feel like that because their intuition is telling them that
Their higher selves.
their higher selves. But again, we all have free will. Either we gonna listen to that whisper, or we gonna kick it to the curb, and then that whisper is in and gonna end up becoming a shout,
Hmm. Hmm.
right? So if you ready to put this work in with the medicine to learn
Hmm.
truly what you are supposed to be doing in the spiritual realm, how to move
Hmm.
about in the spiritual realm, how to clear blockages, how to heal from trauma, how to go into the subconscious mind, how to remove the blockages, how to create new neural pathways in the brain, how to have 25 years of therapy overnight, how to vibrate high and learn how to manifest quickly in quantum leap, then you sign up for March 30th overnight ceremony,
For sure.
right?
Hmm.
If you don't want no mediator, if you don't want to sit here and do all that work and sit with that medicine
Hmm.
for all those hours and put that work in, that's cool too, right? And you say, look, I want to go straight to source. I don't want to do the work. I want God to do the work.
Hmm.
I want shit to just fall off me,
Yeah, I want to have a meeting with God.
right? I want to
Hmm.
forget all this shit that I think I know about myself, all
Hmm.
this shit that I think I went through, all
Hmm.
these stories that I tell myself when I look in the mirror.
Hmm.
I'm ready to feel love that I've never felt before. I'm ready to learn who I truly am and where I truly come from and where I'm going to when I
Yeah.
leave this place. Then you book a Bufo.
Yeah.
Period.
Hmm.
30 minutes, instant, in the door, out the door in an hour.
Hmm.
Life changing.
For
No
sure.
words can describe it.
Yeah.
Point blank, period.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
We love y'all
Yep.
and we out.
There it is. Love